Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you all here. Thank you for coming. Hey, so this is a very long awaited, anticipated, amazing people that are coming here to tell their story. I've been waiting for this format to be able to open up my platform for Effen and Alan to talk. And I know them very well. My husband and I just spent a week, almost a half part, most of part of a week with them. And they are such good friends. And if you haven't met them, you're in for a treat. They are lovely, lovely people. I would trust them with my life. So thank you to anyone who hasn't been here. I'm Marilyn Honig. This is Coffee, Cults, and Crafts. I am a cult survivor myself. And actually, Heif and I are from the same cult, different backgrounds as far as the states that we lived in. And I'm older. I'm like over the hill. But we have so much in common and we just really bonded so quickly. And when she hurts, I hurt. And when her fiance wanted to tell his story, I said, absolutely, let's do it. So we were waiting for him to come from down under. So here he is. And just want to give you guys just a little bit of a like little ground rules here. Y'all seem very well behaved and excited to be here. Thank you to everyone for respecting my mods and our guests, of course. Everyone's here to just love on them and see them. Just respect each other, please. If you need to say something, I really don't want it to be a mob, okay? So, you want to say something a little spicy, just misspell the words. There's a lot of spicy people in here. Oh my goodness, they're already getting gifted memberships. Well, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. So, Knife Ford is trying to behave. You swear a lot. Okay, well, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. I told them to be nice to Knife Hoarder. So, okay. So without further ado, one more thing. There is a trigger warning today because we will be talking about some sensitive subjects. So yeah, just heed if you need to put your phone down or just take a break, walk around, come back and we'll probably be done talking about it. But I just wanted to let you guys know. And here we are. Without further ado, we've got my good friends. Hi,
Well,
Alan and Jeff.
hi, man. Caught me blowing the vape. How you doing? Hi, honey.
Welcome. How you guys feeling?
Okay. Fine.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
It's about
Good.
time things come.
Ready to get it over with.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I was like I said, long anticipated, long awaited. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. You guys are so brave. I have so much respect for you just as people and my good friends, but what you guys have gone through, and I just have so much just admiration for you both. And just thank you for being here. There's already 300 and something people in the chat, and we're all here for you. I'm gonna, give you the floor. Take our time. I know you sent me a lot of things that you want me to pop up and show. So I'll let you lead and just kind of let me know what you want to see. I'll be fumbling a little bit, but we kind of have an order that we talked about. What I want to do is ask you just a couple of questions and then show some things that we talked about that have been kind of popping up lately. Basically opposition to you telling your stories. And we're going to push through and we're doing it anyways. We don't give a flying. So here we are. So I just want to ask you guys, what motivated you to finally decide to come out and tell your story, and what do you want to accomplish? Like, what are you hoping for by doing this? And you can, whoever wants to go first.
When all this went down, when she did her initial trashing of me and everything, and a lot of lies and misconstrued things and whatever, I was just letting it go, because I was the one that preached, oh, grace, grace, grace. And then I waited and I waited and I thought, it'll blow over. She'll stop talking about it. It's old news. It never happened. She couldn't help herself. She had to hammer that down. One of her, biggest supporters all of a sudden is turned trash on her for no reason. I just got sick of it. I'm I'm always wanting people to stick up for themselves. And I always believe that everybody deserves a voice, whether we agree with them or not, a lot of times. And she did nothing but suppress that voice for me and for so many others. Same goes for Tommy. I mean, nobody can say or question anything. And as you'll see, I think you believe you're going to show what had happened in the very, private chat room.
Yes.
And it was by invite only. So it's not like it was out in the public. And anyway, it just compiled for me. I'm just sick of it. I just want the bullshit to be over with. She could just shut the fuck up. I'll shut the fuck up. I'm done with it, but I'm going to tell you my side of it, show you the proof, and it's up to you to decide if that's good enough. It's up to you if you want to support somebody who acts like that. I don't care. I honestly don't. I have friends that still support her. I have friends that are still in her Zoom meeting supporting her. I don't care. I'm an adult. You know what I mean? I can differentiate a friendship from somebody that disagrees with me. I don't have to dump them or trash them. I was just sick of it. I'm done, and I just want to get this done, over with. They can say their piece what they want afterwards, and I just don't care anymore. I'm above that.
No,
I think you're an inspiration to a lot of people because you are being brave and you're using your voice and you're encouraging others to use their voice.
I think so. I mean, with me, it was different. I was best friends with Tommy for over 3 years, and best friends. Well, so I thought. And then when the thing with Heif happened, then I was screamed at on the phone. 1 minute telling me he loves me, which we did, and the next minute that I broke his heart, and if I was in the same room with you now, I'd slap the shit out of you. And at the end, I just thought, okay, I did wrong. But then when I thought about talk to Heif, and I didn't, because he wanted me to tell him first, as you'll see with all. But I don't ever tell Heif what she can say, what she can't, and that's just not who I am. And she's my partner. I'm not in control of her, and she, and sometimes if she says wrong, okay, we might talk about it. But I don't believe what she said was wrong. It was in a private chat room. Anyhow, that and in the end, I started to think of all, and you'll see. I'm not going to go into it. You'll see all the proof of it. How I was just taken advantage of, and you'll see that. So I won't go into it. But I'd had enough, and I just said, what, this has just all been false.
Mm-hmm.
I was just used for financial purposes, really. 1 minute, I'm feeling like I'm his best friend. He loves me, he shouts me out, and then the next minute, I'm thinking about it. I think, well, hang on, I've been a fool, and I was. And then what was the icing on the cake?
You were being a friend. He was being a fool.
Yeah, and then the icing was when I heard I didn't hear secondhand, I heard virtually firsthand that he used to laugh about how gullible I was and how easy I was to get money out. And that was the last straw for me. And I can't do it anymore. So, and I want to stop. What I want to see out of it is I want to stop this happening to other people. I don't want anyone else to be taken advantage of. I want people to see who he really is. He hasn't changed. He hasn't changed. He's just shown that by going from the lifeboat to the diddy boat. The lifeboat was a good idea, and even Knife Order agree with me when it was a good idea when it was a lifeboat and what it was meant to be. But it's totally changed now, and it doesn't help addicts. It doesn't help people who've got problems. All he wants to do is make money, and that's just obvious.
Yeah, it seems like there were people that went there for help that were vulnerable and that were helping each other and they were in recovery. And this kind of community, we got cult survivors and trauma survivors and people in recovery. They don't need to be grifted. They don't need to go through what you both have gone through. That's not fair.
And like I said, I think when Alan had the phone conversation with her the night, Mr. I'm a convict, because that's how he started out his voice message to me. Like I was supposed to cower to that. Anyway, he put Reese on the phone to talk to Alan that night. Yep. And Reese kept saying, "Is it done, Alan? Is it over? Is it over?" And we were like, "Yeah, it's over." I had no intentions of doing any of this or saying any of that I have since then. And then the very next day, it was trash and she's this and she's that, all without saying my name, but everybody knew who she
Everybody
was.
knew. Yeah, I remember that.
In the chat anymore. You know what I mean? And you don't know how people talk. One person will email this person, everybody freaking knows. And I'm like, fine, that's okay. I own up to it because I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't call her names. I didn't degrade her.
Right.
So, and I waited because I knew that it was all going to come to a head because shit like that, the way they are, it never is going to end well, period. And they just, by time and time over, will keep showing their true colors, showing themselves. I didn't have to do nothing but sit back and watch them destroy themselves. And so now that it's come to this, and I'm telling you what, one of the biggest things that set me off was when she went after you, but even more so when she said what she did about Susie. Like, calm the fuck on.
Yeah.
I don't care where you've been raised your whole life. To say something like that, like, wow, her father-in-law is fighting cancer. She's going to say Susie's milking her cancer. How fucking low can you go? That was disgusting and unforgivable, period.
Yeah. Well, we have all kinds of things to show you guys. There's some that blew my mind. I was like, oh my God. There's some that we're not able to show because there's people that are actually really afraid, but there's enough here to give you a very good and broad idea of what's happening. There's some women that were going to show some things, are afraid to, which is fine. We do have 2 people that came forward that are willing to, let us talk about what they presented to us or gave us permission to. So we'll go through that. And I want to just kind of like take our time because there's so much. So if you don't mind, we'll start with what we talked about leading up to this. Alan, you were coming to the States, and was it a few days before you were leaving, you got a message, right, from Reese? And you weren't friends with her on Facebook.
Yeah, I did. No, for some reason, I thought I blocked her and him, but I'd only blocked him. So, yeah, I got a message from her, which I thought was fake, but it wasn't. And I can't read it because I'm blind, but it says something like, you think I'm crazy or something, I need your help, or, I need
Marilyn,
sorry, Mel.
Yeah, it says, Alan, I know this looks crazy coming from me. I need to talk to you. I need your help. So she was like a damsel in distress. When you told me that came in that day, I noticed that they were both live together that night. So I was just hoping that, that something terrible didn't happen, but they seemed fine and they were together streaming. So, yeah, I don't know what you never found out what she wanted, right?
I did, but because I didn't reply to her at all, I didn't even put a no there. She got one of her mods to message me and asked me, can you please reply to her? And then it was like a no, because I'll never forget what her boyfriend did, and nor will I ever forgive him. And that was all I wrote. Yeah. I just want to be happy.
Yeah, Asen, this was sent about a week before his trip. Might even have been
not even that. Yeah, it was just before
right before he got.
Yeah, that's a little sus, as my kids would say, my 20-something-year-old kids. Okay, so I won't read all this, but he emailed me at 4:40 a.m. this morning. It was fairly threatening. If you want to see it, I won't read it all because we got so much to go through. Go to my community page. I have all the screenshots. And at first I was a little rattled, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to put his ass on blast because this isn't okay. It was, very like threatening and just saying things like I'm a child abuser and he has receipts. Well, I'm super boring because any receipts that are out there are just trolls that have kind of just, twisted my words or whatever. And yeah, when you're born in a cult, you raise kids in a cult, we tapped them on the butt a couple times. That was it. Whatever. I think it's wrong now, but that's it. They're at 20. They are so close to me. They're 20s and in their 20s. So whatever. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny because I haven't even gotten a traffic ticket. So, but I wanted to just play, if you don't mind, I'm going to play this a couple minutes that we talked about this before. I think you might've sent this to me. I can't remember when we discussed it, but this was, I believe it was early October. When they had the big breakup, when he was out there streaming from her her house, and there was something about guns and all kinds of stuff ensued, right? He came out in the morning, which, without Reese's knowledge, and announced that he had broken up with her. And this is what he had to say to anybody that criticized Reese. Let me make sure. Okay.
You know what? Like I say, I hate days like this. I really do. But let's knock something out, because we as Americans have a really weird habit where sometimes people will decide to go their separate ways, and people will then like to come up and say to you, "Oh, you guys are done." Man, I never liked her. Let me tell you 3 things I didn't like about her. I'll still crush your freaking larynx. All right? It's never going to happen here. I promise. I'll block your ass so fast. And then if there's any chance of me running into you in public, I'll do it. You know what?
So, yeah. That's pretty much how he talks to women. I've heard it myself. I have more things to play that he said to Heif. I just kind of condensed it down a little bit because we talked about, what things you wanted to, be presented. As far as the Facebook group, I'm going to just have you say, if people have any problems, we can show the receipts, but I don't have the format totally locked down today. But I mean, we'll see the reaction, which is totally, what you have to say is legit. I witnessed it. So many people witnessed it. It was not public. It was it was a group within a group, and it was private. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I did have screen recorded it all. I have shown, you know what I mean? If certain people wanted it, I gave it to them because I have nothing to hide. I was defending her. in that.
Yep.
When
You were.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come to it. I can explain.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to just back up a little bit because I know, Alan, that you have a history with so many in the chat. You were part of the lifeboat. You were a mod. You were in recovery for many years, and you're just a lovely person. Everybody likes you. I haven't heard anybody say like I don't like that guy. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. So, yeah, if you can kind of give us just a little background of how you ended up being Tommy's best friend and what
started a show that I don't think it's around anymore on YouTube. He was on one, I think it's Drop Nugs, Not Nukes. And it was just a chat. And he was there and he did because I followed his brother at the time on Chase the Heat. But then I think we just got chatting in the where everyone was chatting. And then I think we reached out to each other after that. And I think I followed him on Instagram or whatever. And then we just started chatting. And then I called him one day and we talked for like an hour and a half. So we just struck, and then usually call him once every 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. Then it got down to the point of once every week, and then he just said, "Well, why don't you come over?" So I thought, well, okay, then I'll come over. For the first, the exact time I don't know, 15 to 18 months, there was no money change hands at all. No, and I just thought, wow, we were really good friends. But as you'll see in coming up, that changed. So that's how we met. We. Virtually through Johnny's channel because he did a thing called Tommy's Picks, I think it was. So then a couple of times I got picked and whatever, and so just sort of we fell into each other. Really, probably a horrible way of saying it, but yeah,
tripped over each other.
Yeah, I didn't get any at all. I thought he was this, I suppose, guru, if you want to call it, on recovery, and I was in recovery and only. Not far out of, there I was, but not, not ages. But I thought, well, he knows what he's talking about. And he, to be honest, he does. But it's what people don't see behind the scenes is that what you're going to see today that you've got to be wary of.
And that I wholeheartedly feel like that, yes, people should really listen to him, especially when he tells everybody what a good con man he was. I mean, listen to him. Listen to him. Consider the source and listen to him.
Right.
He's been doing this shit for years. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, when I quit smoking, I actually went to to his channel for like, I don't know, this is probably 9 months ago now, and I just went to one stream, and he gave me some really good advice that actually helped me a lot. So I was like, cool. Talking about dopamine levels and all that.
Oh, not,
nobody's disparaging his knowledge on drugs.
It was a great idea, but I didn't know what was going behind the scenes. And I mean, I can mention her because I've been asked to say it I can, but, you know, someone like Fuller Hope, who was his support, you know, financially and otherwise, you know, was made out to be a crazy idiot to me. So block her. And, you know, this happened a couple of times.
This happened with several people.
Yeah, it's happened with several people. I was just told, because I was running the admin group, the Facebook group as well, and with Fiona at the time, and just block her, block whatever. So that means that the people can't get to you and tell you what's really going on. And my son did, and I just didn't believe them. But looking back now, yeah, they were telling the same story, different people. So you got to wonder. And it took me a while to wake up. And listen, I'll admit that. And I said today, I was taken, and I admit, and what you'll see in the future is my fault to start with. But, you know, I'm a trusting person, and I hope that everyone will be like me, but they're not, and sort of have been a rude awakening to me.
Yeah, you don't think like that because you're not like that. Yeah,
no,
I get it.
I don't have that. I don't have exposure to that, and you know, I'll just there's no other way to say it. I just don't have exposure to that, to the criminal element, except for when I was using. I didn't have exposure to. It just wasn't part of my life. No,
I don't think anybody sits and thinks.
No,
you know, when you're first watching these people that they're the most horrible people in the world. Absolutely not, man. I thought I freaking praised Reese for being able to talk about women and about women's sexual issues and everything, and like body positivity and all that.
Yeah,
that's what I identified her with. You know what I mean? Until it just got to be too much, and I backed away in the chats for a while. Wasn't trashing her then. Wasn't doing any of that. But I can't blame anybody, especially the new people coming in that are watching them and thinking that they are, you know, fucking benevolent people.
Yeah, you did too. Yeah.
It all comes down to what is the true motivation behind their channels. Is it to really get people clean? Because again, he's been asked for receipts of people that's gotten help, can't produce it. You know, is it look at me, look at the example I'm setting and be more like me? You know, when he's, you know, doing some of the things that we'll talk about later.
Yeah, I would like to ask you guys questions. I know there's a lot of people in the chat who probably can chime in about this too. I don't know what excuse me, what your idea of recovery is, because I have heard things about gummies and this and that and like stuff. We'll talk about all that later. Like, I don't know what that means, if it just means one certain thing or not. So, but I want to pull up the screenshots that you had sent to me, Alan, and maybe you can talk us through them. I'll be on another screen, so I'll check in, and you can let me know when you want me to switch to another one, and I'll kind of go back and forth. So the first one I skipped number 1 because we're going to talk about that one later, but we've got, one second. Let's get this one up. So I got number 2. Okay. Do you want me to read these, or do you know? Okay. So it says Wednesday, April 10th, and this is 2024, I believe, right? 2023?
Yeah. Is it about money? That is 2023.
Last year. Okay. Alan, I just got $300 in the mail. Cash. That means I'm $700 off. Let me see what else I can scrape together. Then I'll borrow cash until the 22nd. And then you said, no problem, just let me know.
Yeah, that was for a laptop. That was for a laptop. And on that case, I think it was because his nephew had run over his laptop and his phone with his vehicle when they were building a pergola or a pergola, whatever you call it. And so he said virtually it was 1,000 already, and I sort of went, really? And then he came up with this. I've got 300 from somewhere, and if it was from the lifeboat, it should have been used for other. But anyway, so then it was. I think it would end up being 645. I can't remember. It was six. Might have been. I don't know. You've got the receipt. So just so everyone knows, this isn't just me showing messages. There are receipts that are there as well. So that was for a laptop. So you needed a laptop because you run over it and damaged it.
Okay. And then he asked for $635 American will do it. Alan, if they actually have the computer, I won't know till I attempt to buy it.
Yep.
And then you asked him if he wants the funds now.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, yeah, that was the 635. That was, that was what the receipts for a bit more because of the PayPal fees. But that was for the laptop, and I never saw the laptop actually. You said he got it, but I didn't see it. I wasn't shown it. Which you think when someone had bought it for you virtually, you would have said, "Oh, here's the laptop."
Right, they put you like, "Thank you," and show you a picture. Yeah. So this next one, we're going chronological. I think so. There's some things that are not about the money, although this is about money, but not the money you gave him. You had sent me this one. Let me read it. It says, Alan, can you do me a favor and is it Brazy or Brazzy?
Either way.
Yeah. Brassy girl into the FB group. She spends too much freaking money. We'll do, no problem. Sorry, no problem, brother. What does that mean? She spends too much freaking money and let her in the group.
Well, she used to give, she used to put super chats in there and things like that. That's why, and memberships, and then she was really good at that. That's so you had a ban, and she was banned for the group and all that, and from YouTube. So they had to let her back in. So I think it was a Facebook group, and I can't.
Oh, so is he saying she gives so much money? She gives so much money, got to let her in.
Yep.
Let her back in
because she was unblocked because she was in recovery, and I know her. I don't know her personally, but I've had messages from her, and she was struggling a bit, and God bless her, and then so I had to let her back in so we get money. So you know where this is going with the money. Yeah, this is why, because she puts too much money in it. No matter what she's like, and just because she used to donate money.
So you think that's kind of grifty?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just asking.
Like, I don't like her. I don't want her in my chats. I'm going to let her.
Yeah. That was exactly
money. Right. Okay. So then he's talking about Johnny's heading to Georgia to write the book. I guess he was writing a book. Laptop gone with him. Okay. So now he doesn't have the laptop anymore. The computers are fucking insane. There's 600 for used ones. I'm 6 kinds of fucked. And what's crazy is I straight up don't give a shit, Alan. No shit. I don't care. It will give these whiny C words a little perspective. No, you want to give me some commentary on what that means?
I think that was the first one about the laptop. And he was like, he's just trying to virtually guilt me into doing it. Like, I don't care. And, I won't get on the lifeboat and all that sort of thing. And that's what he said. And
if he didn't have that, is that the second computer?
First one. That was the first.
Oh, the first one.
That's the first one. Sorry, the second computer I bought him in.
Yeah.
That was just saying I don't care. So just trying to guilt me into it because he knows what I'm like.
So it's like, Alan, I can't do my show unless I have a computer. So you need to give me money for it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then he's like, I don't care. Okay. So let me go to the next one. 6. I'm paying for both our cruise staterooms while I'm in Florida. Their office is right there. The book advance pays for it. Bah, ha, ha, ha. I think this is about the cruise.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was about the cruise.
That's
go ahead.
You want me to explain that, or you want to go to the next one?
Oh no, go ahead. Yeah, absolutely.
So when I was coming, and it just so happens that the flights I booked, and this was just by chance, the cruise is on 2 days later. So, we're going on a cruise. Okay, next after spending nearly $6,000 on flights was, how much is it going to cost? Nothing. We'll get it for nothing because you didn't say the word, but virtually I'm a star. I'm famous. So, okay, that's going to cost nothing. No problem. Then it got closer and closer. Then, no, I'm paying for it. And then it got closer and closer to the deposits. And then he put on a $500 American deposit. And then it got close to time when cricket says, you need to pay the full amount. And I had to end up paying the full amount, which was another, I'll put it in American dollars. I think it was another $1,600 American dollars for the balance. And then obviously he said, by that, I'll pay for it. Never got a cent back. And then when we cancelled, I instructed cricket when I phoned her, and I spoke to her on the phone because she asked me who does the deposit go back to, and I said, send it back to him. So I could have taken the 500. I don't know if he got it. I never got any thanks, but he got whatever part of the deposit back, and I lost. I think I lost 600 odd American on that. So over $1,000 Australian I lost on the cruise because we cancelled because of what shit went down with us.
Plus, he told you by the drink.
Oh,
package.
yeah. And plus
the drink package, right? You got that.
The soda package.
Yeah, because I don't drink, obviously, and I haven't drunk for over 6 years now. So, but I bought the drinks package because I know Heif wanted a cocktail every now and then, or I didn't know you could get a soda package at the time. So I gave him, PayPal him $500 for the drinks package. And he knew that it was, and that's lost. I lost that as well.
And it wasn't that, it would have been different, I think, if Alan knew this cruise was coming, as far as that Tommy wanted to go on it. But that was Tommy's way of saying, hey, you're going to fly here, spend all this money to see me, but here's a cruise. And guess what? It's all right, because all that money I owe you, I'm going to pay for the cruise for that. So like,
that's what he said. Yeah.
So like you spring this.
You didn't ask to go on the cruise.
Yeah, that he was not financially or mentally or anything prepared for. But then you think you're benevolent because you're going to pay for a cruise that you wanted to go on. Tell me that makes sense.
That was part of it, that he paid for the cruise. Well, he never did. He paid for the deposit, and as I said, I'm not going to tell any lies to try and make this worse than it is, because it's bad enough as it is.
Right.
But I paid the American $500. I paid the remaining $1,600 on American. I got about.
Do you want me to go to your itemized list, or do you want me to keep going with the laptop saga? Where do you want to go next?
We'll go through the list as well, when I say people can see the actual money. And
okay, yep. All right. So you want me to just kind of go through this quick? Because there was another laptop, right? $244.
Yeah, that was a laptop. He said the cheapest I can get is $200. That was the one he spilled the Coke on. I believe.
Oh, spilled the Coke, right? Okay. That was
fair.
Okay, let me set up the next one. And then I want to go back to those screenshots because there's some Easter eggs in there that are like in my mind. Okay, so let me go look here. And then I will. So we've got your PayPal things that you sent and then the itemized list. Let's go to that one. Okay, so here's PayPal. Now, all the money that he owes you, it's not all on the PayPal, but it is on the itemized list.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me go to that list because that's probably more concise. Okay. So you want to explain this?
Yeah, that's the total amount that, with rough enough that he owes. Yeah, that's what he hasn't paid back. That he said he would, mind you. It was always stipulated it was a loan. It was just making people aware of that. There was never any, I gave him this much. I didn't give him a cent. It says in the messages, borrow to the 22nd, pay back on the 22nd. So let's just be clear about that. There was no give at all. So yeah, that was the total amount we came to rough. That it goes to, Marilyn, can you just take, I can't read the top one. So the
okay, 638 for laptop number 1, 248 for laptop number 2, 205 for, you said there was like an additional loan that it was an undisclosed reason.
Yeah, I can't remember what that was.
Yeah. Okay. 505 for the drink package. $5 is probably tax or something, right? Or that's
PayPal fee.
Okay, PayPal fee, right. 1706 was for a lawyer.
That was when he was clearing his papers before he left Reno, so he had to get those cleared so he wouldn't be on parole.
Say papers. Papers.
Paper.
To
get off like to parole. It's a loose end you got to tie up at the end of parole to get him off papers. I
was just teasing about saying papers because I love how he says it.
Yeah. But no, and the thing of it is, we also learned later that he asked several other people to pay for his lawyer. So they all paid the same amount that Alan paid to get this lawyer, I don't know the exact amounts. Yeah.
They paid amounts as well.
Towards his lawyer when he was hitting up Alan as well.
And that was a loan. That was the first time. I think that was you've got the screenshot there of, I think, it was on the PayPal screenshot. It was in March, I think.
Full of Hope just said, hey, I paid for his lawyer too.
Yeah, Full of Hope was one that we spoke to, and she said,
right. Okay. Yeah, we'll get into what she wanted you to share. So where was that? The 17th, right? April 16th it was.
1,700. And that was, he said, I'll pay you back at 8% interest. And I said, don't be stupid, you're a friend. You know, you're my best friend, whatever. Then we come to, I'll pay back 4%, no arguments. Right out, that'll take me 3 months. And that would have ended up like late July. Well, I was due in September. When I got there in September, it still hadn't been paid, and I still hadn't received a cent off it.
So can we talk about Full of Hope and the ring and the other stuff that you mentioned?
So whilst I was there, Full of Hope gave him a ring to give to a young couple that was on the lifeboat. They were going through some bad times, and she wanted them to have a good start in life. So the ring, I believe, and she'll say if it wasn't, was valued at about $10,000. I think that's US dollars, and she wanted to give it to them. They could either use it for an engagement ring or I think sell it. Now, Full of Hope can verify that on there, but
these two people were in recovery.
Yeah, and and then when I was there, he said, "I know I owe the money." He said, "I'll hock that ring and I'll give it to you." And that was day after day after day. Never happened. I left there still not paid back from any money that he owed me at that stage, let alone what
and you didn't know that ring was slated for somebody else. You just
no, not at all.
It's just a ring he had.
He said she gave it to him.
Yeah.
And and that's what the second thing he told me was it's worth $10,000. So that'll give you an idea.
Because he went and got it appraised.
Yeah.
Now, if you're supposed to give a ring to somebody,
why would you give it
else that for another couple? Why would you go get the ring appraised first?
Noise Opera said Full of Hope gave him 3 rings. He was to choose one.
Okay, I thought there was 2 because he said something about his mother got one, and so I didn't know there was 3. So I thought there was 2, but again, I don't want to talk about things I don't want this to come out as he wasn't right. Everything I want to talk about is I'm right.
Here.
Yeah, she's in the chat. Yeah, he's another one that he told me she was crazy. And you know what? I believed him and I didn't treat her well. And the first person I reached, one of the first people, if not the first one I reaced out to after that to apologise for was Full of Hope because she's a nice
lady. No, she didn't. There wasn't 3? All right, 3 for Lydia. Okay. 1 for his mom. 4 in total. Okay. 3 for Lydia. 1 for his mom.
Wow.
Yeah, that's even worse.
That's going so fast. There it is. 4 in total. Okay.
But guess what? None for Tommy.
Yeah, and
he took it anyway.
Yeah, but he promised me he's going to hock them until he paid me back. And at the end of we'll get into that more. There's more on that list that we've got to go through. But yeah, we'll get into that.
Yep. Okay, so we'll kind of drift off from the money right now, right?
We got to.
Okay, that's freaking my opinion. Oh, go ahead.
So when we went to LA, and I also found out only last week, I think this week, that he'd gone to somebody else to ask if he could stay at their place in LA, but he needed fuel and gas and food money. Well, when he knew I was coming over, then he said, "Oh, we're going to have the master control. Do you want to go?" And I went, "No." I didn't know much about it because I wasn't big on SPTV then. I didn't know much about it. I still don't know a lot. I said, "Yeah, right. I want it to be fun. It was a trip to LA." And so we got there, and obviously I put fuel in the car all the way, which is fine. It's using his car. But then when we got to book the room, it was expensive. And then I said, "Well, that was X amount of dollars." He said, "Oh, we'll run a tab." So, yeah, then the next night we went to the other motel. I paid for it, and I paid for all the gas money. And the tab was never paid. And the tab was another thing. I paid for the whole LA trip. And he might have paid for fuel or food once, and I don't know. But I don't know. But other than that, I paid for a whole lot. And so that was never paid back as well. So the LA trip, I think I was used for so he'd get to the master control, so he'd get recognised. I think that video outside of the court he got over 50,000 views.
Yeah, and he told Alan that too. He's like, "We're going to get a bunch of views," and kept checking his phone, like, "Look at that, look at that."
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
Now talk about drifting off or something.
Yeah. So I paid for the whole LA trip, and I think I was using that just so he could get to LA. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got there.
Yeah, and remember when you were going through the receipts and everything, and you said the LA trip was a lot more than the 300, and you probably wouldn't even spent that much, like what, 600 or 700, whatever you spent, if he wasn't with you, just kind of pressuring you to stay here or do whatever. But you were very generous and said, "Okay, he only owes me 300." So you kind of.
It's not about trying
running the tab thing was for half of them.
It's not about trying to make up as much as I can to make the total look good. That was half of what I spent. So I don't think that's unreasonable. And but I was never even offered the money for that later. And it was, it even got to the point at one stage I virtually said to him, whatever for that one, don't worry about the LA. So if you want to take that way, so you can minus 300. But that to me is inconsequential. The point of the matter is that the lawyer, the laptops, all that were loans. They weren't that, and I just didn't get any. I got nothing. I haven't received one red cent off him.
Yep.
He did give, in all openness, he did give me a watch when I went there, and he fixed my grandfather's watch. Well, he glossed it up, but he did give me a watch. So, I mean, I don't know what I haven't got it now because I didn't want it for him.
Oh, no, he gave it to me, and I gave it to my ex.
Yeah, I think we need to build it. All the lifeboat shirts I have, I threw in the rubbish bin.
Yeah.
I didn't want to even build that. It made me sick. Knowing that people are coming, and I knew a lot of these people, and I distanced myself from everyone when I left because I just didn't want. There were a lot of good people in there, and it wasn't personal. It was just that both Heif and I decided just to get away from everyone that wasn't, say, you or whatever. And it wasn't about being personal. It wasn't that I didn't like anyone. I just was sick of it. I couldn't handle the shit anymore. So everyone got deleted. I
did the same thing. I wiped my Facebook page, and I know a lot of people got upset about it. And I've apologized for that if I hurt anybody's feelings. But I just had to at the moment because, I had just gotten railed over the freaking coals for something I said in a private group that wasn't even bad.
I saw what you said. It wasn't. Yeah.
And
I definitely want to get to that whole thing. Do you want to just wrap up the LA stuff and I don't know why I'm going to spell DRUGS. I don't know why I'm spelling that. Because we're gonna go deep. We're gonna do a deep dive.
Yeah, we'll just
into Reese's land.
Don't go too deep. You might not be able to get it out.
I'm trying to be classy. I couldn't resist.
People on another platform are saying that they didn't know whether it's Tommy or me. In other words, that went to the Nogales and brought back in. It wasn't me. I mean, it wasn't me at all. And we'll get onto that later when there's a proof of. But it wasn't me. Yes, it was him. I don't know what you call it, but it's right. So
we'll just tell the story.
Okay,
So you were in the States. You went to LA, and then you went to.
No, the last couple of days I was there. He said, "Do you want to go to Mexico?" Yeah, because I wanted to try the food and all that sort of thing. And when we got there was no food trial. We walked around and we saw things, and I wanted to try the food, but you wouldn't eat here. And so then we went past the store, and he went, "Have you got $30 on you?" Yeah, right. So I give him $30. And I don't know if he asked for 30, I gave him 30. Oh, that'll be enough. Yeah, came back out and said, "You got another 50." So I went, "What's the?" So I gave him another 50. He came out and what did you eat? And he showed me. I can't remember how many, but so for $80 in Mexico. And then we had to go to a bar. So we went to a bar. He wrapped it in, I don't know, like a plastic bag. Went to a bar and he had to go to the toilet at the bar, shove it up his ass. So it wasn't me. I mean, did I know he was getting it? I'd be a fool not to thought that because what else? But did I know what he was getting? No, I didn't. I didn't know what he was getting. I knew it wasn't probably pretty good, but I didn't know what I was getting. What he was getting.
It wasn't the liquid.
It wasn't the liquid. It was tablets.
Nobody ever said that.
No, it wasn't.
It was roofies. They had them in the blister packets. He popped them all out and popped them all up.
And then we went, obviously got out of there because it was hot and he was afraid of them melting. And that freaked me out because I don't know. I've got no experience with that sort of shit. So we went back there and we drove and about 20 miles out of Nogales towards Tucson. So I bought a patrol, we call it, checkpoint. But we were just waves through, slow down, waves through. But and then when he got home, he got him out. And so that's, have I got any proof of that? Well, no, I don't take pictures of him stuffing things up his ass, but I was there. Well, people want proof of that. I can't give you proof. I can tell you I was there. People who know me from the lifeboat, people who know me in person, no, I'm not going to fabricate that just so he looks like an ass. I don't have to do that. No, this is the truth. And I wanted out there that I was there. Yeah, I was. And I saw it.
Bring up that screenshot. It was a few months later, but
yeah, we will bring up that screenshot, and that'll
okay, because that was one of the things. People looking for some proof. A smoking gun or whatever.
And so people wait. You will see what I'm saying. if I was dodgy, if people know me, I don't, I got no reason to lie, and I don't lie.
So you said Thursday, March 7th. It says, I'm praying for Q, my brother, who was somebody in the group, right, that was having trouble. Just saw this. I will call you in 30 if you are free. Love you. I think it's nice that you had that kind of relationship. Too bad he took advantage of it and fucked you over. I'll text you when this is Tommy speaking. I'll text you when I'm back in America. I came to Mexico for duck pills, and there's a pill. Okay, no worries. Thank you. Please do. All right. Can you explain what duck pills are?
What duck autocorrects,
So
it was fuck. Fuck autocorrects to duck. We all know that. He likes to text the speech, so sometimes that happens. So if anybody wants to, come on, we all know.
Fuck pills? Like, as in?
Well, because the roofies is what, like, Danny Masterson would give his victims. He would drug them, and then he could do whatever. The people don't remember in the morning what happened. They know something happened. They don't know what happened. Why is he buying these? Who's he buying them for?
So
I have heard things from people. Again, there's no proof, so I'm not going to say it definitively, but that he allegedly was using them on other women, picking up other women. And then he would preface it by saying, oh, but they knew I was giving it to them.
I was told that.
And I was told that as well.
But I was told that from him.
Oh, you were told that from him? Oh, okay.
Can I pop up a question that's kind of pertinent to this? Kim Paulson asks, question, Alan, has anyone from law enforcement contacted you about the drugs?
Everybody knows it. It was all
right.
It was
Let's not. Okay.
We're not going to talk a bunch about that.
I can't say
part.
Listen, I can't say that.
It's an ongoing investigation, and we all know how that works.
Okay, perfect. That good answer. That's an answer. That's perfect.
Just I can't, and I'm not trying to pass it off. It's a fair question and a good question, but I can't say any more than is plain enough.
Fair. Yep, that's fair. You can just say you can't talk about it. That's totally fair.
And also, we were contacted by them, or he was, I should say.
Yeah.
It's not like Alan was.
I didn't reach out. To put it straight, I did not reach out to them.
Right.
Okay, so so it wasn't me dobbing it. It was, and obviously me coming to America, I'm not going to lie. So, and I spoke to him on the phone, and through emails. But I spoke. And I said, I'm coming to America. Well, no. So
yeah, because that could jeopardize your visa or your work. Yeah,
because he was with him, and
because I would have, I had to tell the truth, and I told him the truth, knowing that it could jeopardise this trip, but it didn't. I was given a fairly stern, sort of not rough talking to, but off him. So
basically, you should have. You should have.
It's a good time to ask you that question that I kind of alluded to earlier. Like, what does that mean about being recovery, like sober? Would you consider him? I mean, he's not doing heroin. Does that mean
he's not doing his drug of choice? But
but apparently he has a new drug of choice.
But do I believe he's sober off all drugs? No.
No.
And I don't mean marijuana either.
I was going to say, we have no problem with the weed. We know there's a lot of recovering addicts off of, the heavier shit that function fine with weed. I think it's kind of like you got to test your limits and know where your boundaries are. Otherwise, don't go near anything like that. So I'm not going to say anything about that. God knows, everybody knows that I'm a fucking pothead. Okay, so what am I going to say? I don't have a problem with that, but I do have a problem.
In a lot of cases, prescription drugs are hardcore, more hardcore than cannabis. So yeah.
Well, not just prescription drugs, absolute illegal drugs in Mexico.
Do we have a round of applause? Jenny's here.
Jenny's here. Hi, Jenny.
Where are you, Jenny?
I don't need to diverse from this conversation, but Night Porter, I heard about the unfortunate accident with Barney, and so I dyed my hair today. Just as tribute to poor Diney, who got or Barney who got caught in the crossfire. I just wanted you to know that.
He just put in the text saying he's on heroin.
A moment of silence for Barney.
I believe that he clean of heroin in the last 7 years? No, I don't believe so. I was never told, but I have been told by somebody that would know that.
Three different people.
Yeah, that he had used heroin since in the last whatever years he says he's sober for. But have I got any proof of that? No.
Because, well, we have the proof, but we can't share it because these women are absolutely terrified of him. Absolutely. I've tried to tell them he's all bark and no bite, honestly, and I believe that. That's how he intimidates people. You have to say all these things and be a big bad whatever to try to intimidate people to compensate for being a punk, you know. So what do? You know, I have to respect that. I'm not going to violate these people's privacy by flashing their screenshots that I didn't have permission to flash. Got a little bit more integrity than that.
Yeah.
It's about the people we can prove.
Hearing I don't know the exact details of what was there, but I believe you. And from what I can, gather from what you've told me, that I understand why they would feel. I mean, look, I got threatened just for giving you a platform. Can you imagine? And good thing I'm so fucking boring that he really has nothing on me, and even if he did, I wouldn't care. I would still let you on to tell your story. But I can imagine, who knows what he's blackmailing them with. It's like a freaking Nexium thing, very culty. What do you think, guys? I mean, we talk about cults a lot. I'm seeing a lot of culty crossover here. It's just disgusting. And speaking of, I just want, while I'm babbling, you're talking about other women. I got a very nice text from a longtime friend of mine. I've been friends with her for at least 2 or 3 years. Vanessa LaRose. She was one of Tommy's girlfriends before Reese. Actually, maybe even overlapping. I don't know, but she seems to think so. And she said she would have definitely been here, definitely in the cult, in the church, in the chat. But she said she was in the cult and he was latched onto her when she got out. Like she had met him when you guys met her, I think. And she said that he was fascinated with Scientology because told her he wanted to get into that whole space because it's trending. It's like Scientology is trending. So he latched onto her. And then where is he with Reese?
That's it. Not where the money is. It's where the money is all he cares about. He's completely dumped recovery, all but what, a couple shows, I guess, from what I've heard. And it's all about how he's going to make money with a big name.
It was, because we went to LA and I met Vanessa and I met Lara, Serge, and listen, really nice people. I mean, Serge and Michael are really lovely. I mean, and I met Aaron, and before anyone says anything, I don't know Aaron. I met him in LA, obviously. I've talked to him once on the phone, probably 4 months ago, but I don't know Aaron. I don't, I'm friends with him on Facebook, but we don't talk. So this isn't about Aaron. Aaron hasn't put it up to us.
Aaron doesn't even know. Yeah, not for Karen. No, I love Aaron, but no, I mean, this has nothing to do with Aaron at all. This is, we've been friends. Yeah, I mean, I've been friends with Heif before I really knew Aaron that well. And so, it has nothing to do with him. And listen, I don't care. Like, Knife Order and I had this little exchange in our chat. And hey, I totally respect that he doesn't like Aaron. He's got a friend that I don't like, that she's actually blocked. So you probably would have seen her, but she's blocked. Has done videos about me because I'm friends with Aaron. It's very petty, I think. But hey, I don't hold it against Knife Hoarder that he has a friend I don't like. And I'm grateful that I have a friend he doesn't like, who is Aaron, and he doesn't hold it against me.
That's being an adult. Right? Because listen, like I said, I still have very good friends who still support Reese. I don't care. Okay? You never realize that somebody is some way until it truly happens to you, unfortunately. Not all people, because some people saw right through it. And I'm being the dumb, empathetic person I am, thinking I'm doing some good. Well, and I did a lot of shitty things. I said a lot of shitty things to people, protecting her because I felt sorry for her, because I, identified with her for a few things, and I thought, man, this is amazing to watch somebody come out of a cult and be, immersed in the loving community that we did have. And then as time went on, you just kept seeing more and more. They kept lying more and more. And we know what the biggest lie is, and we'll get into that later.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we're ready to talk about that if you want. Unless, Alan, is there anything else you wanted to talk about the trip, or I can look through the screenshots too and see if there's anything else that you wanted to bring up.
That pertains to research, probably Stacey, but there's only one there. And
thing that happened after.
Yeah, and I'll let Stacey do that because that takes her fun. It's just the lies and the bullshit about, their moral ground and their moral stand, it's just.
Oh, yeah.
It's just.
We've got hella receipts about all that shit. Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out. I do want to give a shout out to Knife because he's been really good. I mean, he's got his own way of bringing things across. I mean, every time when I open the videos, there's shit about I gotta laugh. But he's been really good and really cool to do with. And I knew him from a long, long time ago, and I used to watch his story time, and I thought it was fantastic. And I used to comment, and he used to comment back. I lost touch because I thought he was the bad one in because that's what I was told. Then I realized it took me a long time. It took me 3 years, so I'm a slow learner. But he's got some, good things, not good things, but truthful things to say. What he says a lot is the truth.
Well, and that's the thing. That everybody wants to stop. He's so angry. Why is he so? Because he's been fucking dealing with this for what, 3 years now? Yeah. And watching them do this shit over and over and over to people and lie to people and all this stuff, watching Tommy's mouth open and lies spew out, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So more power to him. And
I know Remus and Gudrich. I know them from Johnny's more, and Robert. I know them from there as well. And there's a lot of people there. I haven't read the chat because I can't because my eyes are stuck. But
I have 59. I have 59 comments starred. So guys, if you can stick, we can even take a little break. You got to go to the bathroom, whatever. But I want to get to as many questions as possible. But we're going to transition into the whole Reese thing. I wanted to about Knife Order. I said this the other day to him. I said, in his chat, I said, I got a whole amount of respect, mad respect for you because, dude, you come out, you show your face every day. You have skin in this game because you have been, screwed over and hurt. You have history and you're not just popping in to just be a troll or whatever. I don't consider him a troll at all. I know what he looks like. I think I know his first name. I'm not trying to dox anybody. There's like people say I'm always this evil, maniacal woman is trying to dox everybody. I don't care. You just leave me alone. You treat me with respect. I treat you with respect. That's how it goes. That's what adults do.
It's okay, Marilyn. It's warm here in hell. You can join us.
It's warm in hell. Yeah.
Toasty.
Yeah. So we'll go through a lot of. We've got some questions and comments, and thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. So you guys met through Tommy and Reese, right? Is that how?
It's the one good thing that I can thank for.
Through.
Thank you.
Cricket's channel is the one that we really, I would watch him a lot, in the chat, and just the way he interacted with people, and the fact that
everybody
he was
I was like, he's a hot commodity. I could see the ladies had a crush on you, Ellen.
But I was like, I need to know that guy. I just felt this overwhelming sense of I need to know. So when I found out he was going to the cruise, I was like, I slid in the DMs, nice and respectful, at first. And then nothing. That was, what was that, February?
Something like that. Yeah.
And then he popped in the live, in Cricket's live one night. And we're not going to go over why.
Yeah.
But we started talking, and I was like, oh, shit, here's my chance. I ran to them DMs. I was like, hey, so, and then we started talking. We knew right away. My God, we knew right away. It was ridiculous. Yeah. We just clicked so well.
I love a good love story.
An amazing amount of honesty, even when we don't want to hear something, we still tell each other, because what's the point in having a relationship if you can't be honest,
Yeah, that's right. So it's one good thing. And to be honest, Tommy was, Brett, whatever you call him, was very, he loved it that I was with Heif.
And very supportive.
You need to move to America and that sort of thing. And, we were talking about it, and and it's going to happen. And so, and it'll happen. It's going to happen soon. So, yeah. So we've made up our mind, and it's going to happen, and it's got to tie things up in Australia and make sure I've got a job out here. So,
so probably like
you got a ring.
pardon?
I love your ring. So pretty. Look at it. You can see it from there. Bling. I love it.
Yeah. So around the end of July, hopefully. Just depends on when I can get a job. But we're going to do that. So that's a good thing that's come out of it. And
Yeah.
we've stayed strong through this. Whalers have fallen, and we just got stronger really when we communicate. We talk for probably
an unhealthy amount of time.
Yeah, probably 5 to 6 hours a day during the week, every day of the afternoon, probably an hour in the morning every day. On the weekends, if I'm not on call, probably 12 to 14 hours a day. And that's been every day for the last 11 months now.
Aww.
1 year, April 1st.
Your one year anniversary. Yeah.
And so, yeah, we communicate, which is, we've got to know each other well before I came over in September, and it just went off so well. And coming back this time was just like being home. And I love America. I don't want to go home, but I've got it, and I've got 2 days left, so I don't want to go home. I've met you and Duncan twice, and you being here was fantastic, and we'd love to have you.
Oh, we loved it. Oh my God. Whenever Duncan saw the cabin with the lake, and yeah, he was like a kid in a candy store. He was so excited. And I was excited to like just hang out with you guys and go to like all these restaurants and everybody wait on me. I was like, wow, great to get out of the holler.
It was amazing. And I kept saying, I feel so sorry for you because it's beautiful in Vermont with the mountains and everything. And then you come to Ohio and everything is flat.
No, it was. No, I felt so free. It was like, yeah, we get to like go to all these restaurants, and I'm looking like the sky is so big. It's like you just see for miles and miles. I'm not used to that. And in some ways it felt like home because there was like a huge dairy barn, and like, yeah, we had really good ice cream and cheese. I'm saving the cheese curds for this weekend because the kids are coming over, and especially my daughter and my middle son love cheese curds. So
and you're going to do the poutine with it? Is that what you said?
I'm going to try. I've never actually made it myself. I order it when I can. But okay, so before we transition, I would just want to put this up because I want to be fair. Claire with an I love Reese. She has gone through a lot of trauma, and I like her content. I have no idea why this live is happening, so I'm piecing out airport style, and that's totally fair. Totally fair. Yeah. I mean, this isn't the trauma Olympics. I mean, anybody knows my story? I've been through a lot of trauma. You guys have been through trauma. Everybody, everybody trauma. I'm sure. I don't even get into this life without trauma. So I understand, and that's sad, but it's like it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. And I would hope that people would actually have an open mind and look at the receipts and hear your story. Hear your side of it. You've been called trash. You've been dragged through the mud, and yeah, it takes two here. So, but like in her content, that's totally fair. Like, hey.
Well, it's a respectful way she did it respectfully. And I respect that as too. I mean, if you like her, you like her. And that's your choice, and you're free to do that. I'm not trying to tell you who to like or
we just want to make sure that you know exactly who you're supporting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in informed consent. That's why I ended up in a cult, because I didn't have, informed consent. It was like, I didn't know I was in it until I was in it, and then it was hard to get out.
Right. So. And then, and then a lot of the new people that they got coming in, they don't know the history. Those of us that were from the beginning, you know what I mean? They don't know. They don't, she would say, Scientologists don't lie. Okay.
They're trained to lie. Even Mike Rinder said that they're literally trained to lie.
Yeah. So, I mean, they don't know the history, and that's fine. Maybe one day they'll realize it themselves. I hope to God they don't do anything to them people that they've done to us.
Well, no, with Vanessa too. I'm just the plan was for him to have another lot of the show with her. So she's I believe a psychologist, and he was going to do the one-on-one with her as a show. So like him and Casper are supposedly doing now. I don't know. I'll watch it, but I see it on you.
Are you talking about Vanessa?
Yeah, he was going to do that with Vanessa. Vanessa,
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so he was going to do one. And yeah, so that was all the plan, and you can see why. It's just money, just about how can I make money, and it would have been a good show, because she's got a lot to say and she's had experience. But
she's very smart, and she was unfortunately wrapped up. Like I never saw any proof. So I mean, I believe her. I don't think she did what she was accused of doing. I never known her to be that way. So I don't know. You know, without proof, I really can't. Yeah, I'm not innocent until proven guilty, right? So
and she was very nice to me. As
she's the degraded daughter. Here's the other degraded daughter. This is Alicia.
So both of them, all of them were really nice, including Aaron, including everyone. Said Serge and Michael were just lovely, and so were Vanessa and Nora. They were all nice. I couldn't ask them. It was a fun night. But it's good. You want to go through it?
CO Belf says, coming into the community and immediately getting into 2 relationships with ex-Scientologists is a little sus. Yeah, and Belf, if you didn't hear what I said about actually Vanessa had contacted me and she said I'm free to share this, is that he told her basically it was kind of a grift. It was like, yeah, I want to get into the Scientology thing because it's trending, because it's popular, and that he can make money off of it.
Yeah, and he's on Atwood now, and I don't know how. He'll never watch this, but he needs to do his homework. And he needs to realise who he's putting on his platform.
Especially later, as we will see, also the true Tommy and what he's like. I'm sure Atwood and anybody else wouldn't want that kind of person being on their show.
Yeah.
But that's their choice.
Yeah. It seems like he gives a lot of people a platform, because I checked it out. I'd never seen it before. And he has like a rotation of people that are on it. And he's not even on screen, Atwood. He just kind of lets people use his platform. That's what it seems.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that he's off STX Nation.
Yeah, must be nice. Okay, so you want to talk about the group. When Reese started her channel, she had started that Reese's PCs or whatever on Facebook. And then there was, you can kind of give us an overview of that. There was a chat. There's like a private group, because I have Coffee Cults and Crafts is like a private group. And then there's some side chats that are in Messenger that are like a private group within a private group. So it's not public. So
right.
Take it from there.
Okay, so that one ended up getting shut down because there was a certain person who was accusing another person of being misogynistic or some kind of crap like that. From what me and my friends looked at, we did not agree with that, okay? We were standing up for the guy. And so things got a little heated between the mods and us or whatever. They shut the chat down. And we were like, okay, cool. Well, then, I'll just say his name. I don't give a fuck. Martin, we all remember Martin.
Yeah, he's a little odd.
Martin Martin started a page for Reese and wanted us to come over there so we could continue our conversation. There was no bashing even in that conversation. There was no anything. And Martin ended up being absolutely obsessed with Reese to the point it was freaking us the fuck out. And I'm not talking about just on the page. I'm talking about his private DMs to us and the way he was doing it. And we were like, no. We backed the fuck away. We blocked him. We got out of there. Lesson learned. So then Stephanie and we decided to go ahead and let's just make our own group. We still loved Reese. You know what I mean?
I know.
I know. We could all talk, about what was happening or the things that she went through, blah, blah, blah. And that's how it started out. So we got she made another private group with a private chat.
Lori, I remember that. Mark came after me hard, crazy as a loon. Yeah. And Lori tried to make a side one, but he was just nuts. Yeah, he was a little bit off.
Lori was another one that I absolutely couldn't fucking stand at first. And I was way off base. I was way wrong.
I love Lori. You say, Lori, I did not take your lunch away.
and you know what? Keela, too. Anybody that was like, I was like, oh, come on, people. They were right. They were right the whole goddamn time.
I think she was the first to be treated like crap.
Yeah, she was.
And she worked her ass off in Reese's chat. Yeah.
But just like Tommy does, Reese had us all convinced she was a horrible person. And I take my responsibility and all that. I was a fucking royal bitch, and I regret
now. Good for him, right?
So, and I love Lori. I'm like, I think she's, she is great. And I wish I would have seen that sooner. So anyway, we're in this private group, invite only, got to be approved by the admins and everything. And we were in there still talking about the exact same thing we were in her chats and stuff. How much we love Reese, how far we thought she was coming, how horrible it is that Jeff was just a horrible monster person, and all these things. And then little by little, people kept asking questions. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about people that watched her religiously. Okay, so we're typing in this chat. I might have had a little too much smoke that night, not using that as an excuse, but my lips get loosey-goosey. So something came up. People were asking questions about whether or not I thought that the jesters, if the jesters paid her off, if she would take the money. And I was like, no, and I got it all in there too. I was like, no, I really don't think she would. I was like, but you just never know about people, right? I was sticking up for her.
Yeah, I heard. I apologize. I wasn't able to get that. You know how I was running around and didn't get to get that format together. But if anybody really needs to see it, I'm sure they can. We can
put out just a recorded video of all the evidence if needed.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, people were just
there. We had to help us. I won't say their name right now.
We had a lot of people with genuine concerns. Nobody was being rude because, trust me, there were a few that were rude, and we booted them out. We're like, that's not what this is going to be. I never called her names. I never made it about the money. They latched onto that because when we were talking about whether or not jesters would give her money, and I was, why she wouldn't need it, I was like, because she's making bank. And he didn't like that one phrase. It wasn't, he's a horrible person.
What I remember listening to it several times, you were mostly focused on the fact that you were being kind of pressured to cover up the fact that they were in a relationship all the way back in January. I don't know if I have those screenshots. I do have them somewhere. I can pull them up. But that all the way back in January, she was like, "Oh, I fell in love with Tommy," and also, I'll have to. While you guys are talking, I'll try to find them. But yeah, and you were like, "Well, you yelled at people and all that because they were not believing her, but it turns out they were right, and they were being gaslit. The whole community's been I was being gaslit. I was like, oh well, yeah, but they got the lifeboat, the hands, and they're flirting, and I was just like, I don't know, and yeah, and there was a lot of cover-ups, and a lot of people were being
the thing of it is I knew that because somebody told somebody that told somebody bullshit, but that somebody was there. Do you know what I mean? I knew that it was really happening, that wasn't just a chance meeting in Clearwater. And I mean, it came straight from the source that was there and saw it, just put it that way. And I still shut people up. I still didn't want them talking about her. I thought, oh my God, one of these days she's going to say, look, I was in a shitty marriage. I was this and I was that. I was abused. I had to lie to you guys, and I'm sorry. I waited and I waited and I waited. I'm like, she's not going to say shit. They just doubled down. Tommy would never do that. Tommy's such an upstandable man. Tommy's a Christian. He don't sleep with married women. They doubled and freaking tripled down. And I'm like, insane. And still, that's Reese. That's one of Reese's texts to me.
Yeah. It says, I kind of fell in love with Tommy last night, and there's a lot of stuff to back it up. January 1st, 2024. And then we got more. You said, yes, get out of your comfort zone, baby steps, baby, or babe. She said, I'm going to really try starting with Tommy. I have fun with that. I would in a heartbeat. You said that. And she said, it's hard not to. And then, this was this is with Barb, actually later on when we do the one about SPTV Foundation and her stepping down and those receipts, we'll blow these up and screenshot those. But I just wanted to skip to one other one. This was this you and that's you and Reese. Okay. This is fast forward to April. So that was January before the first Clearwater trip, which was a total cover up, lies. At April 4th, 2024, you said, I have a feeling, this is about the cruise. I have a feeling and this was all before the move and the whole thing with Jeff and the divorce, that way before it. I have a feeling that we may be disappearing a lot. This is you and Alan. We may be disappearing a lot on the ship. Haha. So if we are both missing, you know where we'll be when you know where we are. And she said, I get it. And I'm happy for you. Tommy and I will be doing the same thing. Heart face. And then you said, I figured, laughed my ass off. And so that's April 4th. And then April 27th, this is now Alan and Tommy going back and forth, where Tommy says to Alan, love you, chat tomorrow. At the moment, I'm doing Reese, and with a big smile, like a big grin, like a shit-eating grin. And then he said, seal the deal with your girl, meaning you and Heif, and move to the States, mate. And I think that's all I had for now. Okay, that was another thing I'm going to play later. So, so there's proof right there that was going on, and there's plenty of witnesses
condoning it. And I am not going to sit up here like I'm some fucking holier than thou.
Yeah, I don't care who's sleeping with who. Just don't lie. Just don't lie and gaslight and yell at people and call them names and be bullies when you made it their business.
Right. Well,
they would have these holier than thou. Yeah, they would do these streams that are like, oh, I would never, blah, 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 blah. And even, you'll see when she stepped down only a month and a half, 2 months ago, she forgot that she had confessed to everybody that she had an affair and said that she was triggered by cheating and stepped down. It was just, you'll see it. It's a shit show. But anyway, so we'll get back. I get all excited. I'm like, wow. So we'll get back to the thing that happened.
Say about the Phoenix one.
Yeah, the one where they did the whole video when she arrived, he picked her up in Phoenix. That was just a lie. That was fake. That was fake. They came in the day before that, I don't know, but that was all fake. That was all put on. And people alluded that because of how stupid the video was. Yeah. And they were right. It was all fake.
Just like the fake Chase meeting in Clearwater. So
well, the thing is, when what does it say? What a tangled web you weave when first you practice to deceive. You forget your lies if you lie so much,
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's the thing. They could have flat out said, and I said this to Tommy in the conversation where he was yelling at me. You could have told us it was none of our fucking business, and you would have had the right to.
Yeah.
But you didn't. You guys
don't answer. You don't have to answer every question, right?
You say it over and over and over again, to get people to believe it. So again, a little culty.
Yeah, a lot. So so when you did that, and people, there were a few people that went and told Reese and Tommy, which you knew probably was going to happen. You didn't do for that purpose, but you said that you knew it was probably going to happen because there were people in there that were Reese's fans.
And I struggled with that fact afterwards because I'm like, you know what? I don't say stuff behind people's back. I tell them to their face. Yeah. And one of the biggest reasons I didn't, like, if I were to come at Reese and say in a private message, Reese, I think you're looking like you're being a little grifty. You look like you're lying about this. You're making all of us out to look like idiots and feel like idiots when you lied to us, right? If I would have said any of that, what was going to happen, and because it's happened to several people, the very next day she goes and trashes. I was going to get trashed anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My intentions behind what I said in that private chat group were not malicious at any part. And I, all these months, we wouldn't even need to enlist help from you or Susie or anybody else. We could have made a video. We could have put it out there. We could have been vicious and mean, just like they did, but we didn't. Well, number one, and it's funny to say this about someone called the inappropriate heifer, but we do have a little more class than that, and the thing is people aren't going to believe shit until they really start seeing it. So what was going to be the point for me to just come out guns blazing, acting like the crazy people that they're acting like right now?
and there seems to be a trend, and I'm a victim of it today, obviously, this morning, is that he's got a lot of balls when it comes to trying to intimidate and yell at women, but yeah, it's like crickets. Like, why didn't you and Reese work this out? Because it wasn't really involved. It didn't involve him, but he had to go to you and be like, I'm a criminal. Blah, blah. And I want to actually play like 30 seconds of that, if that's okay, because it's long, but I want to play the part that you would kind of pick out. Okay, let me get that up. Pull that up for you. All right. And this is just a still picture. It's an audio.
My problem is with the fact that you told your boyfriend you were going to fucking trash his best friend's girlfriend, right? In a public forum, instead of reaching out to me or him or having Alan reach out to me, you went and trashed her in a public forum, and I had to find out about it from other people when my best friend knew it was coming. That doesn't make sense to you? I'm pissed off, not because I don't give a shit what you think about her. And obviously he doesn't give a shit what I think about you, because I think you're a reprehensible human being. My problem is with the fact that you told your boyfriend you were going to fucking trash his best friend's girlfriend, right? In a public forum, instead of reaching out to me or him or having Alan reach out to me, you went and trashed her in a public forum, and I had to find.
Okay, so first of all, that was not a public forum.
Right.
And then he called you.
And obviously he doesn't give a shit what I think about you, because I think you're a reprehensible human being.
Well, you're not, and fuck him. He is reprehensible, whatever. I can't even say the word. I'm so mad. I can't even say reprehensible. You're not. So who's reprehensible? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I know you probably don't have the very beginning where he starts out with the, "Oh, I'm a convict."
Oh yeah, I have it somewhere. I don't have it keyed up, but hey, you know what? We can do more if you want. We can do all the things. I mean, I knew that this was so much, so I tried to just get little sound bites.
But it made me laugh so hard because everybody knows by now that I still live with my ex until Alan gets here, right? We have a great relationship. Him and Alan.
Does that mean the audio's not moving? Oh, it was just a clip. It was just a little clip.
Yeah, it was just a clip. But for him to say something like that to me, when I was with a man for 17 years whose family have a very long rap sheets, like, for big things, okay? Luckily, TJ did not get involved in that life, but his family did. And TJ knows all about prison life too. And for him to say that to me, I was like, am I supposed to be scared? Was that supposed to scare me?
I was a little scared when I heard it. I was like, I'm a criminal. I'm like, oh my God.
It was so ridiculous.
And then like, are you so dumb? Are you so thick and dumb? And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and I'm like,
best friend and girlfriend like that?
I'm not intimidated by people like that. Because people like that have to go bark, bark, bark. We all know that they're running with their tail between their legs, and it turns into yelping. Because they're not big, they're not tough. They're weak little men who have to prey on women to make themselves feel big and feel like they're a something. And it's sad. I don't hate Tommy. I don't hate Reese. I just don't give a fuck. I don't have to put any kind of hard emotion, but behind any of that. Okay? I just am getting sick and tired of people coming out looking like idiots because they believed everything that they said all the time, because they can sit up there with their little 20,000 whatever and put it out there. They have the bigger platform. They have the whatever. They think they can go up there and say whatever they want, treat people the whatever they want, and that we need to just keep our mouths shut and nobody's allowed to talk about it.
And that's exactly why I wanted to talk about it, because, there are people that, say, oh, Aaron put me up. No, I was in a very oppressive background. You two, have you understand how we were just kind of had to sit in the corner and be quiet because the men had to, be in charge and all that. And not that I hate men, I love men, but at the same time, I feel like I found my voice, and I'll be damned if I give it away, and I'm going to let others too be able to speak, because nothing I hate worse than abuse of power. And I'm seeing these, certain people that we're talking about right now have these big channels, and they think that they can say whatever they want. They can call us trash. They can call us whatever name they want and get away with it, because there is a power dynamic that we are just little people without any power. But look at, there's 677 people in this chat that are here for you guys and that are supporting you. And hey, like I said earlier, there's strength in numbers. So I think it's grassroots, baby, all the way,
That's the thing. It's like, I can handle myself. Like, I haven't shed one tear over this, honestly, because I'm just, because it's ridiculous is what it comes down to. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But when he started going, listen, I know you don't have it up or anything, but in that messaging back and forth that Tommy and I did that night that we
can publish it. We can do whatever you want with it.
I was begging him not to blame Alan. I was so upset to think that I caused a problem between them two. Okay, that's why I asked Alan in the first place. And I'm not one for asking men what I can or can't do, but it's a mutual respect when you're in a relationship, okay? But, Alan's not fucking Tommy. He's fucking me. He don't need Tommy's relationship or his
permission.
Yeah. He don't need his permission. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? What kind of fucking world?
So can I put this up along those lines? This is exactly, let me read it to you because I know it's small. I'll try to get it big, but okay, so it's Tommy. I don't think there's a date on it, but this is when all this was going on. This is Tommy to Alan. That said, having obviously an exchange back and forth talking about Heif. That said, she is an evil human being. You are a reprehensible human being. Now you're an evil human being with an awful soul. Evil human being with an awful soul. She is making you look like half of a FAG, which is unbelievable that he would fucking say that. I can't watch, so I will not. I love you. Like, you're talking about grooming. I love you. And that will, what are you talking about? Knife, horn, and part. I love you. So, I'm sorry. And that will never change.
But if I see you in person, I'm going to smack you upside your head. Kind of bullshit.
Yeah, but the woman you love is evil to the core. What if you had said that, Alan, to him about Reese? The woman you love is evil to the core. He'd probably try to crush your larynx or whatever he threatened.
Probably.
But he can do it to you and your girlfriend. Unbelievable. Your fiance.
I had voice messages from him saying virtually the same things he said to her. You broke my heart. You should have given me the heads up. And as I said at the start, I just said I will never, won't, and will never, tell Stacey what she can or can't say. And I'm just, if she says the wrong thing, we'll deal with it. We'll communicate. But I'm not going to tell her what she can and can't say. And she wouldn't do the same to me, and I wouldn't expect her to. So we're a couple, and we do communicate, a lot.
And we actually respect each other.
Yeah.
So I know that's a foreign concept to.
And I know all of Stacey's past, and we've talked about that. You don't think we've talked about that in 11 months? And she knows my past. And, it's in the past. It's not a future. I'm the future. That's why it's going to be.
Wait, is this the Brazy girl?
Brazy girl,
yeah.
That's her? Oh, welcome.
Hey, you.
How you doing? It's really good to see all the lifeboat.
Yeah, wow. Welcome, guys. You guys should start your own recovery channel or something.
I've seen Brazy, I've seen Miss Dragon, I've seen Christy, Nick, and Flame Jackson, and it's really nice to see it. And if I missed your name, I'm sorry, I just can't read it all.
This. Yeah, it's like the island of misfit toys. I love it. That's me.
No, you're right. That's exactly what he's doing. Everything from what I've heard, and do I need to put allegedly in here? From what I've heard, he does this to a lot of women.
A lot.
Like a lot of women. And he threatens to send pictures and videos to their family. Okay, so all the things that he's up there saying that someone said to him and they were going to do to him, he's done it to all these other women, usually women. Now, he's taken advantage of men very much monetarily with Alan, and the fact that, Alan really believed in their friendship. And there's been a few other men that have come forward to talk about how they've used that he's used them, not paid them for services that they did for him, and all those other things. And so he's definitely projecting. It's like it's almost like Reese getting up there saying, "I support women. I don't tear down women," while she continues to tear down women like crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, let me quote Serge. And what world is that okay? Do you know what I mean? What in the hell? You literally said,
what in the actual
women. I don't bring women down. And then you'll see later, I'm sure you've got that clip.
Yeah, I do.
Everybody's trash. Here's some trash for you. I almost showed up in a trash bag and devil horns for the evil trash that I am. But Jesus.
Yeah. So the first one I wanted to play, let me get this set up. I was so mad. So here you are, you know, you had that kind of exchange. You know, she said, okay, is this over? Yes. But then she started to drag you and drag you and drag you. And I remember it. I remember it through the Facebook group and through everything. She was saying your name without saying your name. And then there was so many things coming up. They're calling you trash and all this. And then they're always like trying to deflect, you know, trying to exaggerate things, like you're talking about the money. And then people are like, yeah, well, fuck her. We'll give you more money, more, whatever her little, you know, tactics are to get money. But one thing that you sent me, and I was like, now you guys in the chat, you let me know if you picked up on this, because my husband, who is like, I love him to pieces, but he's a little oblivious most of the time. He was like, he saw it. And he was like, he saw Reese's face. He's like, what the yeah. So let me, and he's being married to a, you know, a big lady. He knows this is not okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And she talks all the time about not being so against fat shaming, guys.
Definitely.
All right, let me make sure the volume's on. Okay. Alan canceled. No,
He
he's
did.
not going.
Alan unfortunately had something come up. He had to cancel. Something big came up.
Something big. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had to cancel. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes me mad every time I see it. Are you fucking kidding me?
Literally, the reason, of course, you know, everybody's probably waiting for the hoo-ha thing. The reason after her asking, I sent one. The reason I did it was to help her body positivity. It was stupid. God, I was a dumbass. Look, I will fucking admit it. I get the trophy for idiot of the fucking year. Okay, because I literally was
You're
trying
not
to.
the only one. She said, and you'll see it, guys. She's had several, many. She said,
and I even made it funny and put googly eyes on it, like it was not some serious. Oh, look at my vagina. No, it was literally just, hey man, everybody's junk is different. It's okay. It's
glass
not
houses, right? North knife hoarder, glass houses. Like she's got the right to say that on anybody.
That I wasn't appropriate. I mean, now if you all noticed, I've toned it down a lot, if any, because I found this man who actually valued me, respected me, and fucking taught me I was worth more than that. You know what I mean? I'm going to still crack my jokes and that, but I know I went too far. I know I was inappropriate. It's still in my fucking name. Do you think if I was so scared to be called inappropriate, I would just become the artist formerly known as an appropriate heifer? I mean, it's so stupid.
You're mostly appropriate, but sometimes I like the little inappropriate. I like it. And the thing is,
but you know, I've still learned a lot. I've learned a lot more self-respect since I found someone who actually, you know, respects me, and I don't have to be that way. I can be funny and crack and make my jokes. I will, but I know I know I went too far. You get caught up in those chats, and I've already told the mods, any mods, our mods, even when I mod, dude, if I really start to go too far, cut me the fuck off and let me know. Okay, let me know. I want to know. And delete a comment, because you get carried away, you know, and everybody does that. But the thing is when you get carried away, and this is what was her argument? This is not me, guys. I'm so sorry. But then she continues to do it over and over again. I waited. I told Tommy to have her call me and let's talk this out. I waited. I heard nothing. So I blocked her on Facebook. But guess what? She had my email. If she really wanted to talk to me, not to mention I was still friends with so many other people that have my phone number. I never had her phone number, never asked for her phone number. I never talked to her outside. And Marilyn has it. There was not a lot of fucking messages there. There would be months would go by and I didn't talk to her. I never modded for her, by the way. You know who you are. Never
No.
for her. Okay, I wasn't her best friend. I have always taken the role of fucking protector ever since I was a child. I was a bouncer at 15. Okay, so I wanted to protect her for the longest time until I just started seeing shit that was like, man, this ain't right. It's just not right to be lied to constantly.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
So I wanted to, well, go ahead if you want to add to that. Okay. I didn't know if you want, there's a little bit of a delay. It's weird because we're both in the same time zone, but it's strange. Okay. So this is, I saw this comment and it made me think of another thing I wanted to present that we talked about. Why do you think we don't like you? Comment, Keela started that channel. Reese just cast herself as the lead. I think, yeah, that was the Facebook group, but this made me think of it. There's been several waves of not just mods, but also, people that supporters. There's been several waves that have left. And guess what? I'll show you what happens when they leave. They get called a certain thing. And starting with when Blake Reed and Keela left, and there was some before that. There was Lori Plays, there was SBTV Tattoo Warrior, Barb, and a bunch of others. They're all always trash, always trash. She did a video last night. It was something like at least 20 times she said trash. I didn't actually watch it. You can actually, if you guys don't know this, I just found this out yesterday. You can go to the transcript. If you got Windows or something, you can hit like F something. And I hit Central F or whatever on my laptop, and you can search. So yeah, she said trash a ton of times. She loves the favorite word. So let me play this real quick. Of the cancer, and it's not just about the mods, but we've just put the mods anyways. But okay, so let me play this. Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
Look at the big picture. We cut out the dead weight. We cut out the cancer. They had enough rope. They hung themselves. Rotten fruit falls all on its own, and it did. The trash took itself out. You're classless trash, and you know who you are, okay? I'm not going to stoop to that level. It's trash. These people are trash. I don't know that they were anything to begin with besides that. I got to be honest. When you show your true colors like that, you're trash.
And that video and the video right before that, she was talking about Barb, SPTV Tattoo Warrior, Heif, and me, and Susie. Those are the four, at least, she was talking about. She did say our names, at least my name, in the in her Facebook group that she blocked me from. But yeah, that's what she was talking about. And the one before that was about Keela, Jimena, Blake Reed, and all of them. So yeah, I think that was. I wanted to show about that, about how she's been, she's moving towards love. All this thing is like, oh, Marilyn, you're so bitter. You're so evil. I got her little minion sending me like these really very condescending emails and stuff. It's like, oh, shame on you. Why did you? She's been through so much. Like, I watched my mother and my 3 siblings burn to death, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been through any trauma. No trauma. Are we comparing? Like, I don't know how she's gotten everybody to feel sorry for herself. Where she's untouchable, but let's be on everybody else who's made any mistakes in this community. But if I saw if I saw the receipts, that even half of the type of receipts I saw about Tommy, about Aaron or anybody else, yeah, that would be it. I would be like, sorry, I want nothing to do with you. But I haven't seen that. Some of the shit I've seen that we haven't even been able to show today about Tommy, it's like, oh my God, he's dangerous. And just what he did to me this morning, like, that was a fucking mistake. because it just shows what he does all the time to women, especially.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4 women that I know that he's told them and he's in a secret relationship with them and use them for whatever purposes. I don't know the full story, but I know that they're too scared to come forward. I mean, and there's some absolute damning evidence that I've got from another woman, but I can't use it because she hasn't given me permission. And that would just.
I hope one day that she can feel the strength and the love and the support that she will feel like she can come forward. But until then, we're not gonna
involve her at all.
No, we're not gonna do that to somebody.
Right, because he blackmails women, and if he gets something on them, he hangs it over their head. Yeah, that's disgusting.
These people are in recovery. They look to him. They respect him. One of the other reasons why him and I both were so leery about coming forward is we didn't want to hurt those people. We didn't want those people to realize what a liar that their leader is, or their, I don't know what you would call him, whatever. You know what I mean? They depend a lot on that. And a lot of them have already come out because they've noticed he's not talking about recovery anymore. He's not there for them like he used to be. He's more about what's going to make the money. I'm all for someone making a living on YouTube, and that's great. But you don't, use your recovery channel as a front group, and then all of a sudden you can't produce the money that people gave to you for, what are those called again? I'm sorry, the recovery centers, or the people that was supposed to go for?
MAT, medical assisted treatment.
Yeah, medically assisted treatment. None of that. Alan has proved that on their LA trip, they were going along, and he said he didn't have any money, and then he'd get like $100 donation.
Oh yeah,
that's supposed to go to those people.
Yeah,
but he's not using it for that. He's buying shit, whatever, paying his mommy rent, because we all know that's not his house. That
was the biggest lie that he told everybody, that he bought that house, and no, and I thought he did until I got there. And by the way, his mother and his sister are lovely people, and I will say that his mother's a stern lady, but she's really nice. She was nothing but nice to me. His sister was nothing but nice to me either. So I just want to put that out there. But when his mother gets land taxes, whatever you call them over there, property taxes, and then she writes out a check for them, you start to wonder. Then I found out definitely that's not his place, and all his money.
Well, and he told you he's supposed to pay her $1,000 a month in rent,
and it's definitely not his place. So he lied about that, and he keeps on lying about that. It's not his place. It's his mother's Porsche. And that's it.
And that's the thing. It's like they want to keep saying it's none of your business. You're right. It's none of our business.
But you came out and said,
so why are you bragging about it? Why
don't make it?
Why are you doubling down saying Tommy's a saint, would never sleep with a married woman, and I'm triggered because somebody cheated? It's just bullshit, and I'm sick and tired of them trying to make all of us look like fools and fucking idiots. That's how much they disrespect us.
If he come out and said, I've got no money, but I'm starting this channel, you know what? It wouldn't have made a difference. But because he put himself on such a high pedestal and lied to people, and he's got
the lying. Yeah, who cares who's sleeping with who? It's the lying and the grifting, whatever. I don't. It's like I don't care. It's like, oh, Marilyn's just jealous. Or this, I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not doing this for the money. You guys know that.
We have real friends. We have people that have stuck with us, through thick and thin. We have real relationships that's not based on how many super chats they can give you. It's absolutely sad and pathetic. I don't hate Reese. I pity her. I pity her because she will never know what true friendship is that doesn't have a million fucking strings attached to it. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's because
about her saying she lost, well, first she lost 300 and there's 500. She doesn't remember her lives, so she just always says different things. And I have a really good memory, unfortunately. I'm of course with a good memory, and I was like, wait a minute. She said she lost 300 Facebook friends overnight. Now it's 500. Now it's like, just give me sympathy and money, whatever. But what she did I had to peel off after a while, and I know you did too, about I'm going to call it, and trigger warning, guys. I know we're grown grown adults, you know, and this may seem like more of a, well, lack of a better term, chomo type thing, but there is such a thing as coercive control and sexual grooming with adults, you know. And I want to play this if that's okay. I'm so sorry to even do this. It's like, ugh. But I know you said it was okay, so I'm gonna play it. But guys, hang on to your hats, because just let me preface this by saying this is really hard to watch, I think. And I have a huge amount of respect for Heif and any other woman. I'm sorry if your name's mentioned. I didn't get a chance to, you know, to block it out, but it's been out there. It's public. So we might as well look at it in the context of, let's see what for what it is. Let's get away from it and heal and not let this happen again, because this is bad. So, okay, let me play this for you. I have a bad habit of having things be muted, so I think I'm good. Okay. You can read it. Oh, let me, I'll just, that real quick. It says sexual grooming. This is a definition, a definition. Sexual grooming is the act or behavior used to establish an emotional connection with a vulnerable person. So let me say that again for everybody in the back. Sexual grooming is the action or behavior used to establish an emotional connection with a vulnerable person to lower their inhibitions with the objective of sexual abuse. It can occur in various settings, including online, in person, and through other means of communication. Okay, so with that said.
Yeah, it's Barbara that's Nemo. Yeah, Barbara's the one with the little half flap. It's so cute. It's so cute.
Now, flaps, if anybody doesn't know what it means, I'm a little bit of a, I get a little, somebody want to explain what flaps are?
Your hoo-ha lips, the inner hoo-ha
Yeah, lips. Okay, yeah, hoo-ha lips. Okay. I can say vagina, but I don't know I can't explain what flaps are. I was brought up in a very puritanical cult.
Reese, are you checking flaps? I'd be okay with you telling me about my flaps. Sassy, send me an email. I've had a couple of women send me pictures of their cooter, and I've seen quite a few since I started these lives talking about flaps, and I'm happy to judge, happy to give you my feedback.
So she said, send me an email. She's happy to judge, and she's, yeah, bring them on.
Back on your flaps. I know it's so cute, Katie, the Nemo thing. I know it's kind of weird that I haven't seen your vagina, Heif. I was going to mention that. I've been too busy, but I do think it's a little weird that we haven't seen that yet.
Who's we?
Nope. Tommy is a 2-flap guy, Lumen. It's
Tommy?
almost a deal breaker for him. Now, I'm not going to put
I
too
don't
many
know,
words in his mouth,
allegedly.
but we have had this conversation. It bums him out to see the 4 flaps. He'll do it. I mean, he'll get the job done, of course. I mean, it's his job, but he prefers 2, he told me. Yeah, it's a true story. Probably Witchy Trista. You wish you'd never shown it to me? Now that's the saddest thing I've ever read. Why? I love your cooter. I loved everything about it.
Why? Maybe because you're telling 20,000 people about her underdeveloped Nemo flap? What the fuck? Sorry. Keep going.
Hey, Tony's Hooter. Witness, I've seen a few cooters. I don't mind. I'm happy to. Not going to name names. There are people that I'm disappointed in. Yeah, she was always inappropriate. I'm not really sure what her beef is with me.
So it says she was always inappropriate. It was part of her name. So, duh, who we talking about? But we're gonna lie.
I think it's more with Tommy, but I think by association she trashes me. But I have a picture of her vagina. She sent it to me. So what? But then you want to go on and say that I'm like disgusting and talk about sex? Come on. This is what I mean. Take care of the skeletons in your own closet before you burn down my house, right?
That looked a little bit threatening, and she does that again where she kind of leans forward. Is like, take care of them.
Oh, yeah, that's all part of the training.
Burn down my house, right?
Bullshit. It's like, you bad girl.
Yeah, and the thing of it is I did not.
I walked back in.
Go ahead, honey.
Raise my hand. Teacher, may I speak? No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, I keep switching back and forth, so that's why like I'm a little slow.
You know how I am. I'm sorry. I just wanted to speak on that. You
Go
know,
ahead. Yeah.
I did not have the problem with Tommy at first. Okay, I absolutely did not. I mean, the string of the email, the whole crap where he was fucking calling me names and being aggressive or whatever. No, what I said, and I'm going to apologize to Reese for this. What I said was, I told Tommy, I said, I think Reese has changed you. I still thought he was this benevolent whatever, and he was changing, you know, his personality for the worst. And I told him that in the voice message and email. But, you know, I got to thinking, you know what? I realized they are just both pieces of crap made for themselves. They are both awful people. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call names. Let me take that back. Let me say I'm sorry for that. You guys are just alike.
You're forgiven.
Each other, you're just alike. And I'm sorry I put that on you, Reese.
Yeah, Abraham, I have no original content. I have no original content because I'm, you know, trying to make money off her. Give me a break, whatever. Yeah.
It's like this was over. She had Alan. She said, Alan, is this over? We said, yeah, it's over. The very next day, she went out and just trashed the fuck out of me. Everybody knew who she was talking about. I was absolutely
totally. Yeah.
Have been on the chat. And is that her thinking everybody is stupid and wouldn't know? Again, she thinks we're all ignorant. Like, come on. So I was ready to let it go. And I was ready to let it go months after that. And then she just kept at it and at it. Are we supposed to just sit here and eat shit just because she had a shitty life too? I had a shitty life. You had a shitty life. Susie's had a shitty life. It's okay for her to go blast shit to her fucking audience, okay? But we're supposed to sit here like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Fuck that shit.
I'm sorry. I didn't say it. Was there an explosion in the Rouge factory?
Oh my God, I don't even know.
I'm not here to do so.
Hey, she called me a lawn gnome and trash, so I think I can. I think I'm.
Yes,
and lawn gnome with the rosy cheeks. I'm just saying.
When I did send her the hoo-ha pictures, she just praised her hoo-ha when she had a hoo-ha like mine. And then the next thing you know, okay, bitch. Like, what the fuck?
And that will come up. What do you think? I had a couple people ask to play it again. I haven't gotten through the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll be quiet and let it go.
No, I could just play the rest, but somebody wanted me to start it over and they can just back it up. Well, what do you guys want to do? Okay, I'll play the rest of it and then we'll decide.
Yep.
How about if I back it up to where she starts with the whole this part? Not going to name names.
For people that I'm disappointed in. Yeah, she was always inappropriate. I'm not really sure what her beef is with me. I think it's more with Tommy, but I think by association she trashes me. But I have a picture of her vagina. She sent it to me. So what? But then you want to go on and say that I'm like disgusting and talk about sex? Come on. This is what I mean. Take care of the skeletons in your own closet before you burn down my house, right? I walked back into, I think her problem is with Tommy, but I have a picture of her vagina. I think I'll turn around and walk back out. Everyone have a good night. Yeah, you probably don't want to hear about that. You've definitely heard about it, and you already almost threw up once when I brought that up, babe. Scoot back out. And you know what? It's okay. She wanted to send it. She sent it. I would never show it here. I respect her privacy, but like, don't throw stones in glass houses. Okay.
What do you think about that, guys? That was just very eerie. Like, don't throw stones in glass houses.
It's illegal to start with.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wasn't going to get into that, but well, I'm just saying we don't.
Yeah, it does feel like a shot.
Not at this moment, for certain reasons, I'm sure you all can figure out. But yes, it was illegal. What she said, and
yep. That is illegal. Yeah. Because you sent it in confidence. So it kind of seemed like she tried to save it as far as like, oh, he didn't really see it. It was like, I told him about it. But then why would they be throwing up? And then the thing with, just saying that she had it, that sounds like a threat.
Yeah. It falls under revenge porn, just put it that way.
It is, yeah.
And I meant to grab the code. There's an Ohio code for it.
Well,
you tell exactly what it is. I think I forgot to send it.
Let's do a plug we're not done yet because I have another thing to present. We got a bajillion questions. So you let me know, when you guys, even if you just need to take a break for 5 minutes, I can entertain. I don't know. We can take turns, but I do want to get to some of the questions. But tomorrow, I'm not sure what time she scheduled it, but Susie Oberholtz, it's at First Coffee.
Yeah, I think it was at 4.
4? Okay. So same time as today. It's at maybe 5. I'm not sure. At But First Coffee, Susie Oberholtz. If somebody can put her link in the chat, please put Knife Hoarder's link in the chat. He's been a trooper. He's been a trooper. He's kept it clean and classy. And put his in the chat, and any other creators that are in here.
Anybody that thinks Knife Hoarder is just so horrible and crass and rough and what the fuck do you expect? What the fuck do you expect?
I don't know. There's something endearing about him. I can't. Yeah,
they turn us into. Do you know what I mean? Where they just don't stop. They don't stop with the crap. They don't stop with the insults. I'd be just as pissed too. And this dude was the pioneer on the truth.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, this is me. Shut the bed. He's not like, ew, I'm better than you.
He was the first, and none of us fucking listened.
There was a woman run out of the lifeboat group to start with. The name was Deja Moore, I think was the issued name. And she was run out because she accused him of sending explicit video or email or whatever. And she was run out because everyone was on a case that he wouldn't do that. And now knowing what I know,
and hearing it from other people too.
And Knife Hoarder knows of her, and he knows the story. And I asked him about it, and he said, yeah, and he doesn't know where. But she was run out. She needed help. And because of Tommy.
Yep.
Because of what Tommy did to her.
And that was in the early days. And Knife Hoarder remember that. I know he does. And so Mike, see, you ask, you go into I haven't been in one of his lives since I blocked him. But I don't know how many OGs are left, how many originals are left. But I don't think there's many, if any. And that's got to tell you a story. We were there through thick and thin. And all of a sudden, he's got no OGs left.
Believing every time he told us that person's crazy, block him, or, well, for him to block him, but he would tell audiences that, that person's crazy and blah, blah, blah. That is an obvious typical tactic of trying to discredit somebody so that when they do come out and tell the truth, it's just the same shit they've been doing when they found out we were doing this video. Tommy's little consider the source. Yeah, consider the source. You can say what you want about me, but like this dude, everybody knows what a stand-up guy he is and a good guy is, and he's not a liar. He's fair. He's whatever. I could be a fucking bitch hell on wheels. You know what I mean? You can say what you want about me. I agree with
my husband. With Duncan, everybody likes Duncan. He's just such a decent.
But I mean, if you don't want to listen to anything I have to say, listen to him. You know what I mean? People have known him longer than they have me.
There's no dog. I'm not gaining any out of this.
Yeah.
I want to stop him doing it to other people, to other women, and to other men, but mostly to other women. Don't think he's all that. He's not. He will groom you. He will take money off you. He won't talk to you unless there's an advantage somewhere for him. Stop it and don't do it.
At this point, if you're listening, you can't. Yeah, if you're listening, you can't say that you weren't warned. That's you're just. That's all you can do is warn people.
Yeah, and I said full of hope. And listen, she can say how much it's way over that. Way over that.
She's been saying in the chat.
$20,000 to $25,000 American. It wasn't a loan. She stipulated that, but it was for treatment and for other things that in the end he could no longer provide. He couldn't provide any proof that he'd spent the money that way, and he wouldn't provide any proof
because he didn't.
So, God bless her. She's, I was told she was this crazy woman, and she wasn't. She's a lovely lady.
And the
Yeah.
same thing with Crazy.
And
The only reason he wanted to let her back into the Facebook page or back on his channels because she was another one of his cash cow, and I don't mean cow as derogatory, just as the
well, yeah, like he told
she
Alan
was-
to let this woman back in, let her back in because she spent so much money.
and she wasn't the only one. There
I
were
know,
others.
I know she's in the chat now. So, Rosie, if you hear that, you don't know what, go back and you'll see the receipt that I showed from Tommy saying that I had to let you back into the Facebook group because you spent too much money.
So disgusting. So sad.
Yeah, I'm sorry to do that to you, and I don't mean to be rough, but that's what happened. And he's just a pig. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call names, but
And that's the thing when it comes down to, he is a good con man. He's a little sloppy nowadays. Obviously, people are starting to see it, but he's got all the ideas,
Yeah.
all the ways.
I
all
have
his
to check.
bases covered.
I had to check to make sure that was his email because people were like, "That doesn't seem." I was like, I could almost hear the anger and like kind of how he talks because I've heard enough audio from him. So like the way he writes, kind of looked at, but all the typos and everything. I'm like, well, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I'm not saying. I'm saying allegedly. Maybe he was on something. Yeah.
He's been verified. That is his address. We all know that. Everybody that can see it.
and I knew straight away when you said it, that's his email address.
So
and it's public. Yeah, I've seen
that. The way he spoke to Barb Sylvie, the way he spoke to me, the way he spoke to Alan, and the ones that we can't mention or can't show you. I mean, you take all those things into account. You can't blame. Look, I get it. He's going to try to say, "Oh, it's my CTE. It's my brain's messed up from the drugs and blah blah blah." Now this has been going way back. And if your CT is that bad, or CTE, sorry, if it's that bad, and you were in that dire of a what's the word I'm looking for? Progression. Get the fuck off YouTube and stop victimizing other people. Somebody in your family, get him off YouTube, get him the help that he needs. But we all know that's a lie because he has memories and he'll tell you all his memories and he'll brag about all of his memories. So really, what kind of brain damage is happening there? Selective brain damage? That's an awful fucking thing to have. My ex had it. I know what it's like. I know how to deal with it. But I also know that I would not let him go on a public forum and do all these things and say all these things. So I don't buy it, okay? I just don't buy it. I'm not saying he doesn't have it, but it's not as severe as he's talking. Because, we all know how many illnesses and falling off the ladders and just all this bullshit that he pulls. Knife Hoarder calls it every damn time. It's hilarious. He's always got a crisis to try to garner fucking sympathy from somebody and take the spotlight off of something he just got caught out for.
And then Munchausen.
It's obvious. People just have to freaking open up their head and their mind and just listen. Put your place in those girls' place, the women that he's violated. Even Barb Sylvie, me, Alan, put your sons and daughters in it. Would you like someone doing that to any one of your sons and daughters?
Yeah, because I did go to Reese and I said, I don't like how Tommy is treating her. And this was back in August. I said this. And the screenshot was from sometime in June when they had the big falling out and all that. And she wrote something kind of liberal on her Facebook page and he didn't like it. And it was like her private Facebook page. I don't know why he had to, bully her about it. Whatever. She's, to each their own. But this is where he sent this to Alan in June. He said, he sent some weird message that came in like kind of jumbled up. And you said, that came through all jumbled, brother. What, are you okay? He said, yep, SPTV Tattoo Warrior is a bitch. I want her kicked out of the Facebook group. Like, why can't he, number one, why does he got to ask you to do his dirty work? Why can't he remove people?
So he can feign ignorance. Oh, I didn't know that happened.
Because I was an admin when Fiona left, she was the main admin. I was just helping her. But when she left, I was the only one who was admin. Him. And Spanx were too, but I did everything in the Facebook group and allowed people in, didn't allow whatever, removed them when he asked. That was what I did. And so he asked her to be straight away. So I had to do it. I didn't have to do it. I did it. and because then
Yeah, because he trusted you. You trusted him, I mean, and
Yeah,
you felt
so-
like he was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Is Barb in here? I saw somebody say hi to her. But oh, there she is. Preach, sister. Yeah, I don't like that.
And that's the thing. You look at the FAG slur that he used to Alan, that I'm trying to emasculate him and look like a half, you know what? Well, right there's his true colors, people. Don't let him come in there and say this, that. I mean, and Barb, SPTV Tattoo Warrior, he already proved that, you can't look. I have no problems with conservatives. I have no problems with liberals. I don't. But don't fucking come at somebody just because they believe something different than you.
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
And then say, oh, we're moving towards love,
Luther.
everybody. All you haters, like we're haters because we don't want to be bullied.
These are not haters. We are not haters. We are people that are sick of your shit. We're people that are sick of you taking advantage of people. We're sick of your lying. And we're not going to shut up about it anymore. Okay? I mean, like a hater, you're going to find someone, oh my God, I don't like her outfit. I don't like her hair. That's a fucking hater. Okay? If you find some benign reason of why you have an issue with her, these are not benign reasons. Okay? These are highly cancerous reasons that we have issues with them. The way I have gotten so many messages of people that were fucking hurt and devastated by them. Especially Reese, especially the women, the way they would try to just ask a question in the chat, make a suggestion. And the chat just, I did it too. I went all in on people too. Okay, and that's why I've apologized.
Yeah, Ashley says Tommy's doing.
I do not feel good about that.
Yeah. Ashley said Tommy's doing a stream right now called Mean People Suck. What a joke. Yeah, like he is mean to me at 4 o'clock in the morning. He's pretty fucking mean, but we're the mean people.
Of course he's going to. You guys, it's going to be more and more and more where they're just going to try to deflect and
guys, it's cult. Yeah, it's cult 101 here. It's cult behavior because it's like, okay, what do? Us against the world. We double down. We pull in. He's testing people to see their loyalty. He's probably going to check and see if any of his lifeboat people were in the chat here.
He is right. Mean people do suck. So, he fucking sucks.
Look at all the lifeboat people that are in the ex-lifeboat people that are in the chat now.
Yeah.
Look at all, I know most of them, and all that, and I'm really glad to have them here. I mean, I didn't know they were all out because I don't have contact with anyone, but, and he knows I'm not a mean guy. I'm a nice person. And, I'll say that. I'm a nice guy. When has anybody ever heard me say something bad about somebody, in all honesty, I don't. I'm not calling him names.
If we were mean, if we wanted vengeance, if we wanted whatever, this would happen a long damn time ago. Okay, but we fucking waited, hoping they would just fucking be done with it and move on. But it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm sick of sitting here.
Yeah. And I saw what Full of Hope went through, and
it's fucking
again,
awful.
I'll say I felt like the biggest deal because. Yeah, and that's why I did reach out to apologise to her. And it took a little bit because she trusted me. I saw a message there from David saying that, I'm no threat to anybody. Yeah, but I can understand the way you feel from me being so close to Tommy. But I was like, I wasn't a threat, but I did what he said. But I'm no longer. Yeah. I'm no threat to anybody. I'm a nice guy. I mean,
you are, and you're owning it, and you're apologizing, and you're changing, and you're helping other people, and that's what he claims to do, but he doesn't. And I can't say it enough. And someone, actually, Gracie and Matilda Jane's channel. Okay, hello. I'll reiterate it again. Thank you for bringing real receipts directly from the sources instead of screaming and stealing watches. It's like you guys have been so brave, and you've given other people courage. And I just see it over and over and over in this chat. People saying thank you for being so courageous and for being, so vulnerable too. It really helps other people.
I feel bad that we didn't do it sooner, honestly. You never know how to, how to deal with the situation until you're in it. I did not want to hurt anybody on the lifeboat, any of the, those in recovery who felt like they needed and depended on him. I didn't want that. But on the other hand, why would you want to depend on somebody who's lying to you constantly, who's you know what I mean, deceiving you, who's using you. Why would you want to do that? Okay, so there was just like this back and forth, like, do I want to? Do I want to? I laid off Reese because I believed in that SPTV Foundation. You know what I mean? I believed that they were going to be
That was
doing
my last
great.
thing I wanted to show you guys. Was the clip about the SPT Foundation, which was in some ways was a shield to her because she was hiding. She really, and she said many times, like she really wasn't interested in being involved in SPTV or she didn't watch anybody's show. But God forbid I wouldn't be in her chat for a week or two. Where have you been? I'm like, you've never said hi to my chat. Never, never said like any encouragement, or she had no idea who any of the ex-Scientology, like Tori Magoo, and I'm not trying to shame her. I'm just saying, like, I know she said that's what my channel's about, blah blah. But don't ask other people to. Sorry, I'm getting really loud. Because I get passionate. Don't ask other creators to send you subs and send you views and send you money and send you love and eyeballs and ears and adoration. No. It's a two-way street, and her relationships are transactional. You know how I know that? She's had waves of friends. It's only a matter of time before the ones she has right now that have, like pledged their undying loyalty will get sick of it, So,
people don't understand until it happens to them, and then everything starts coming together. Like he said, when he. After how he abused him, it was like everything just started falling in together. Like, oh my God, that's what he did, or that's why that was happening. That's why it's all a big lie.
Yeah. There was a question a couple people asked, and it was about Q, if they were real and what. Here, there's a couple of them. Sweet Tea and Jenny's here asked, can you ask Ellen if Q is a real person? A real inmate, or is Brett fishing for data?
I don't. This is the honest answer. I don't know if he's real. No, I'm doubtful because he said he talked to him every other day. When I was there for 2 weeks, he never talked to him once, and I was with him all the time. So,
and he didn't write it in his journal.
Yeah, I didn't see him writing that either. But listen, he could have done it when he went to bed, but he didn't do it. And no, I mean, I don't believe he's a real person. I could be wrong. I've got no proof, but I had my doubts because I've just said I never saw him talk to him when I was there, and I don't know. I mean, there was another girl too that I forgot. She was a long time ago. It's called Karen. Quite Girl was a YouTube name, and she was run off because he apparently said to her that she would do work for him in the back office, and he'd pay her X amount a week. Well, she kept ringing me saying that he had promised to pay, and I mentioned to him. He said, "No, that's a lie." Well, no, it wasn't. So what happened next? Ban her from the Facebook group. Ban her from YouTube.
Ban anybody that can tell the fucking truth.
Mm-hmm.
For his brand, because that's all it is a brand.
And I felt sorry for her too because I don't know her really that well, but she was reasonably well liked, I think, and she was gone too because coming out and trying to tell the truth. She put in a lot of work.
Yeah. No. There's a couple of questions here. Well, there's actually dozens of questions. I'm trying to go through them. Why do you think we don't like you? Question, did Keela send you guys anything to share?
No.
Heif, did you get, because I know you said, you told me that you put out somewhere, you put out like a little.
I put out a thing on Reddit, but then I was accused of trying to get information so that Aaron could.
That was hilarious.
Whatever. Okay. I don't think. Yeah. I mean, I don't. I'm sure Keela didn't. Yeah.
No, if anybody would like for me to read a statement, hopefully with their YouTube name, so that they can't say that we made it up, I would be willing to do that. I had a couple people email me on Reddit until that person right there got me banned because I had 2 accounts. Because heaven forbid that I wanted to step into that fucking Reddit as an anonymous person to get a feel of it, right? And so then when I used my real regular name, they call me Heif. Nobody had an issue with it. But then and then that person also knew that I was the other person.
Yeah, most of them are anonymous in there anyways. Like, what is pot or kettle?
But the thing is, like with Reddit and with Discord and with anything, and we've all said it, there's a lot of well-meaning people in there. And then there's just some people in there that really need the pins changed. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, get over it. Why can't you made it personal and it was ridiculous. You snarked at me. I snarked back. You got pissy, recorded me for having 2 accounts against the guidelines. They got me kicked off.
I think I'm a liability too, because like you're guilty by association with me. I'm guilty by association with Aaron. So I was like, it's just who your friends are, not you. Sorry.
It wasn't a personal thing. Do you think I liked what they all were saying about you and even Aaron and whoever? No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm an adult. I can go in there and I can choose, who I want to watch and what I want to say or whatever. And it should have been a done deal. You know what I mean? But some people just can't handle the oh no, you like that person, so I'm going to do everything I can to destroy your Reddit karma. Give me a break.
For what?
Oh, the little fucking karma. I added that little part, but like, this is my house. You respect my authority. Like, stop. Grow up.
Barb says, "Don't come into a snark fight with an innuendo." Right.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, we're a little over 2 hours. So can I play that last clip? If anybody wants to stretch, it's about 3 minutes or so. Yeah, and then we can maybe go through some questions, and we can continue it tomorrow with Susie. But I want to, we can just take a little break and listen to this, and then maybe do some questions. And you guys let me know. I'm fine with my tea and all that. So,
do you need something to drink? I can make a.
I can,
water.
Yeah, I'll get something.
Yeah. Let's just take let's take over. Okay, so I'm gonna play this. Everybody, sit tight. Oh. This tab instead. Okay.
I'll tell you there.
Okay. Sorry, I take forever. There we go.
Okay, I'm closer so you don't. Okay. Water.
Yes, please.
Just gonna make sure. Okay, there we go. I think I got it down. Okay, everybody.
I kind of have to address this. People have been badgering me about it, and I've lost a ton of subscribers. A ton. I don't think it's cool to tear people down.
And 1 sec, I just want to read this in case anybody couldn't see it. January 2nd, 2025. So that was, not even 2 months ago. Reese announces her resignation from the SBTV Foundation. So let me play that again.
Yeah, I was just looking.
I kind of have to address this. People have been badgering me about it, and I've lost a ton of subscribers. A ton. I don't think it's cool to tear people down. I don't think it's cool when people commit things against their spouse or their partner either. I will just say this. Let's just get this out of the way. Okay. I have stepped down from the board of the SBTV Foundation. Do you want to know why I stepped down? It was a very personal reason. And that reason is this. I was married to somebody who cheated on me repeatedly. Different details, totally different.
Okay, so just for context, in case anybody doesn't know, this was January 2nd this year. This was, I believe, one day or maybe the day. I think it was the day after. Jenna Miscavige came out and revealed that her and Aaron had a personal thing. He cheated on her, blah, blah, blah. We all know about it, most of us. So she is responding to this, saying that is the reason. Although, just remember, she's also saying, I'm losing subs over this. So just kind of keep that in the back of your head. But yeah, she's saying very, very virtual signaling, saying that, she's engaged to her boyfriend, and her divorce is final. But yeah, you all know from the screenshots and from another thing I'm going to show you that this is bullshit.
Different situation, right? Like my public breakup was not the same thing. There was no cheating involved, nothing like that. Okay, we're engaged. So it's not the same thing. And it causes so much devastation and pain in people's lives. Cheating is so horrible. And you feel so betrayed and lied to, and like you wasted your time. I'm going to start crying talking about it. Yeah, morals are the reason I stepped down, Joe. Absolutely. What matters to me is the hypocrisy That's what matters. But it's so funny to me. If you're gonna claim a title and shout from the rooftops about something that you stand for, you better really stand for it. That's gross to me. And it's not a good look. It's low rent. Don't do it. It doesn't make you look authentic either. It's very disingenuous to me.
You're absolutely correct.
Guys, hi. I'm a little bit late. We just got here. Apparently Tommy Scoville is here, but I don't know where he is. I cannot believe that he's in town. Oh my God. Oh my God, we just got off the phone with him. You guys, Tommy Scoville is in Clearwater. Hi.
Oh, surprise.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Barbara. So nice to meet you. Look, you guys. In person.
You are taller than
Here, can you hold this?
You are taller than I thought.
He's really cute in person, you guys.
Am I taller than you guys?
You guys, it's Tommy Scoville.
Chance encounter was planned weeks before. And SBTV Tattoo Warrior, Barbara, if you're in here, you sent me these. So it was all fake. Yes. That would look good. It would look good.
It recently came out within the last 3 to 5 days, I think, that I was sleeping with Tommy before.
She obviously forgot that she said this 2 months before. So this is November. Let's see if it says, yeah, let's clear the air. So I think she forgot that she actually confessed 2 months exactly to the day, 2 months before she made that whole declaration about cheating being terrible and triggering. And that's why she stepped down from the SPTV Foundation.
It recently came out within the last 3 to 5 days, I think, that I was sleeping with Tommy before I got divorced. And yes, I absolutely denied that. I was saying I'd never had an affair before. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Like, you don't come out and go, hey, everybody, you're supposed to hide that. I'm pretty sure.
So, I mean, again, I don't care about the cheating. I mean, everyone who follows my channel knows that my husband and we separated for 3 months about, I don't know, 8 years ago. And I had a very, short other relationship while we were separated, but I'm not judging. It's the lying and the attacks and the gaslighting and the virtue signaling and but blah, 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 like, spare me.
And they weren't sleeping together. It didn't just first happen in the basement of her husband's home. Okay.
She's got her ring on weeks. I don't know. She's getting resized or something. Maybe he sold that. Oh shit. I believe I said that. She hasn't had her big ring on for weeks now.
Her big cloudy ring that looks like it came out of a gumball machine. That ring right there. That plastic. Okay. No, so sorry for her. You didn't say it. I said it. Give me a break. Anybody that knows anything about diamonds can see how pathetic that was.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll shut up.
I used to sell diamonds at JCPenney, but I haven't, to be fair, I haven't seen it in person, but yeah, knowing what I know, I don't think so. So yeah. All right. When we go through a few questions, I know we've been going for a long time, but
we're here.
Handsome. Okay. To the top. Okay.
It's Taco Bell at 3 a.m. if we have to.
All right. Well, I'm here. We've been planning this forever. I'll start at the top. We got some new members. Do you mind if I we're going to do the seal claps with me?
Oh.
We got shouted at me. Oh God. People that have never been to my channel, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this lady's problem? Shauna B, Terry, Mary. Thank you. And if you remember, you get little emojis and there is a seal that's clapping. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was Janine, Charlie, and then L.A. Matt. Welcome. Thank you. Yay. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me. Oh, Bible verse. There we go. A 10-minute Bible verse meditation. Thank you so much for the super chat. What is in the dark, God will bring to the light. Yep. What is hidden in darkness will come into the light, right? Is that how we learned it?
God, or the evil person that I am. Either
I
one.
had to memorize that stuff. Yeah.
One.
Thank you. Why do you think you don't like? Thank you. Can you take those videos down about me? That would be nice. Let's make a deal. Oh, anyways, yeah, it's all good. I don't hold a grudge. Um, okay. What else was I? Oh my goodness, there's more. Thank you. Full of hope. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Full of Hope. So glad you're here.
Well, I hope,
What?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, sweet. That's so sweet. I feel like I cry. Thank you so much. I hope you guys stick around and you gifted 10. Okay, so you ready for this? You know what's coming.
Oh.
So, okay, they call me Mama Bear. And there's whole thing of like when people say, "Oh, it's raining membership." So I sing, "It's raining cups, hallelujah,
It's raining cups. Amen. Sorry, I had to.
I'm gonna go out."
But I had to.
I love you have an awesome voice. You come from a family of gospel singers. I'm so I always wanted to be a gospel singer. I always wanted to be an all black choir, although yeah, that would be
I would mimic her. I think if I would have got up and tried to sing something on my own with like my own voice, it would not go so well.
I've heard you sing.
You're good.
Thank you so much, Mara, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Oh, here we got about Jenny's twice as nice. Thank you so much for the super chat. My friend Jenny, aka Jenny's here. So glad she came here. I've heard about Jenny's here. Stated that she subscribed 15 minutes ago. She must wait 45 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. Just so everyone knows, she's watching. Okay, thank you for letting us know. Well, we did get to see her. The only reason I did that, guys, is because I wanted to schedule it ahead of time so people would know. And sometimes you get these random trolls overnight that are just, you feel like you have to like stay up all night and watch the chat. So that's why I did that, and then I made it an hour. So yeah. Yeah, so many ex-lifeboaters. Love seeing you all here. It feels like the old days.
Yeah, it does.
That's awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys start a channel or something. Like, look how many people came to see you. That's amazing.
Yeah, I tend to not make the best decisions. I think we all know this by now. Probably wouldn't be good for me to be in front of a camera all the time.
I think it'd be great. Hey, we love your candid camera skills. Lathonda, hey Lathonda, member for 11 months. I can't believe that. So happy to see Heaven Allen. Lots of love. Yeah.
Thank you. Love you too, babe.
Goot Juice, hot sauce. Welcome. Glad to see you. I saw you in there earlier. Toots has never threatened me like that. He knows better. He bullies females.
Yeah. No. I think he threatened Hockey Town John. He told me he'd slap if I was in the same room as him. He'd slap me.
Oh, and he's threatened Aaron.
Yeah, he's threatened.
He has threatened Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah. He threatened Aaron that he would. What was it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know, but he threatened Aaron too in one of their conversations.
Unbelievable. Just a kid from Maine. Hey there, Marilyn. Thank you for platforming the story. My pleasure. We've been long awaiting this, and I'm glad we did it when we did. Yep. Knife hoarder too. I'm telling you, he's got the skinny on everything. He's pretty much on point about everything. Both brothers live at home in their 50s, and they say they're successful. Yeah, they're successful YouTubers. And I thought it was interesting that he said that he never talks about other content creators. He talks about Knife Hoarder. He talks about a lot of the other fuck that guy guys. I guess if I could join their club, but I guess I can't. But maybe give me honorary membership. I don't know. Tommy might leave me alone if I become a fuck that guy. FTG guy. Yeah. Oh, people talking shit. That's okay. Be kind of. Thank you, Anna. Anna's one of my good friends. She's always in the chat, just being really supportive. Be kind to Meryl. There are many in the space that adore her, including myself. Thank you. Yeah, I know I can be. I'm a controversial crochet lady. All right. Do you know this person? Alan? The zombie turtle whisperer. Tommy ripped me off for watches.
No, I didn't. No, but I've heard that rumor, and again, a rumor. So that's why I didn't bring it up, because I've heard the rumor, and what I wanted to do today was bring proof up. So I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. There's so much more. There's so much more.
There's
But
one.
I'm not going to sit here and throw shit out at you left and right
I think
when
there's
I
one
can't
from,
prove it, because they'll they'll twist it.
I think there's one from 10.
Yeah, everything's allegedly.
Oh,
Oh, he has my house address almost 4 years versus him not one knock. Interesting. Although I did hear that Reese was going to go confront people.
Yeah,
She would never come to the holler. She knows how scary. She knows about the militias and all that, and the moose and all that. Yep, she knows about all that. Doug says a guy helping people with drug addiction but still abusing is about as bad as it gets, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, yeah. Was he talking about his viewers? Because it says that's how Brett views his members and audience. Whiny cunts. Despicable.
yeah.
Like, there was a clip I saw of him kind of, he thought he wasn't being heard by the chat. Somebody sent me it. They must have screen recorded it or something. But it was a clip of like him like trying to fix his microphone, but he didn't know that they could hear him. And he's just like, yeah, they're going to be like, oh, do this, do that. And just having an attitude. And then as soon as he realized they could hear him, he's like, oh, honey, baby, it's just being so nice.
Yeah.
You just got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. You got to think about things, not get caught up in it like I did, and just think about it. And you guys you see when they show their true colors. Look, nobody's perfect all the time, but it's a pattern with them. It is an absolute pattern with them to say, I don't like people who tear down women, and in the very next sentence calling women trash and and telling a cancer survivor she was milking it. Fuck you, Reese. Fuck you for saying that about Susie. I swear to
Susie is the nice, kindest soul. She gave Reese so many chances. Yeah, she is the nicest person. And thank God her is in remission. I absolutely adore her, and she deserves all the good things, every good thing in the world.
She's a beautiful person.
I can't even fucking talk about that without getting.
Yeah, that burns my biscuits. There's burning biscuits in there, if you remember. Well, when she was like, oh, something big, oh, that just every time my blood boils at how she treats you, and then acts like, oh, really? Not me. I'm moving towards love. I'm not bitter. I found the Lord, and the Lord is on my side. The Lord told me I'm in the right. Yeah, okay. Well, the Lord told me that he's on my side. He doesn't give a fuck. Goot Juice, Tommy's mother is the shock collar. Oh, shock collar in the crowd. So she like keeps him in line, barely.
She's a good one. Listen, as I said, I got nothing bad to say about his family. Nothing. I mean, I don't know his brother. I've never spoken to him on the phone. But if he's not aware of what's going on, I'd be awfully surprised.
Yeah,
awfully surprised. Blood sick in the water. Apparently, whether you do the right thing or the wrong thing.
I mean, he's admitted to busting all the windows out of his mom's house, throwing a fit, busting them all out, and having to replace them and stuff.
Well,
no, that's what I'm saying. But so you would think, but you know what? He could have them just as snowed as the rest of us. You know what I mean? I mean, that's very plausible.
Yeah.
I
mean, definitely blinded to your children's weaknesses.
The help he needs, and they're getting the fuck off the internet, so he can stop victimizing other people. Period.
Yeah.
Agreed. So we got. Oh, what did I miss? I was gonna pop something up. Mr. Brownstone. Mr. Brownstone. God bless you, Alan. You are awesome for taking a stand against this sociopathic woman abuser. Can't argue with that, honestly. I mean, from just how I've seen the amount I've seen enough to know. Yeah, This is not cool. Not okay. Stay Spirit. It's so nice to see so many screen names I missed chatting with on the boat.
Yep,
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I love that. Koala Lou, his mask is flipped way off. No hiding it now. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many people are saying the same type of thing. Like this, it's nice to know people finally believe us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
I've seen so many receipts. Yeah, totally.
These women that were in these fake relationships with him, it was real to them.
Yeah.
It was real to them. And it was the, oh, babe, you know, I need this, I need that, or this tragedy happened, this something, something, something. And they were used. They were used and then they were thrown away when they weren't useful anymore. People are disposable to those two. They don't care because they know new viewers are going to come in and they're not going to know any of that kind of history. That people are absolutely disposable to them. They mean nothing. You can say, I love you all you want to your chat, but how about showing it? You know what I mean? How about appreciating it a little more? How about none of that? None of that. They don't do any of that.
Yep. Kuala Lumpur. I was a nobody in their chats, but for no good reason. Reese rudely iced me out, and Tommy seemed to follow suit. I haven't watched them since last summer. I wonder what I ever found interesting about them. Yeah, she would do that, I think, with certain people. And then other people is like, Jenny Theo, I love you. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It makes people feel like shit. Joel McCoy says, it's clear to me now why he, meaning Tommy, did not want this to come out. Yeah. And, I've seen over and over, I was kind of seeing out of the corner of my eye that people were saying, thank you for not holding back what you knew because it's helpful, and it's going, I know that I'm going to be like, oh, Marilyn, what else is new? Marilyn's a drama queen, Marilyn this, Marilyn that, whatever, you can bitch at me. But you guys have been wronged, and I'm just so glad that you're willing to come out and talk about it. And if anybody fucking dares to say that, what you said was like not done in whole water or whatever, lying or whatever, like you showed receipts. And there's plenty more that many other people, if they would get over their fear, which I totally understand, could come out. It would be good night, and in my opinion, it already is. But I hope some of these people do go to law enforcement because that's definitely what they should do. Definitely what they should do.
I agree.
Yeah, there's way more damning stuff that I can't show that would sink him immediately. And if it comes to that, well, we'll see.
I had a 6-hour phone conversation with somebody, and I don't think with somebody very close to him, and I don't think my jaw left the floor. And I'm not surprised by much, guys. Hello, been there, done it all. I'm not surprised, but my jaw was on the floor the whole time, and it made me sick. And I've been sick. All these freaking months has made me sick over and over. I'm not saying I'm like literally sick. And I felt like shit for not sharing this sooner and warning people, and absolutely. But it had to be the right time or people's not going to listen, And, and I'm sorry for those of you who got victimized. And between the time that we realized this and now, I really do apologize. But, you never know what to do until you're in it. And you never know how it's going to be received by people. And it's not an easy thing. And no, Tommy, your little email that you sent Marilyn, it's not fun. This is not fun. This has not been fucking fun for any of us.
No.
Get the fuck over yourself.
Like looking at all the stuff you sent me and everything, it's like, oh my God, my head hurt. Like I couldn't sleep. It's not fun. Definitely not fun. No, I'd rather just be hanging out with you guys, talking, chatting, shooting the shit, all that.
Yeah.
No, Kristen, we all know that there was things going on with other people in the lifeboat, and we're all right. There were things going on with other people in the lifeboat, other women. And it was horrible. It was horrible. And they're too scared to come out. And listen, that's their choice. But hopefully this might get them, make them feel a little bit
Right.
more at ease.
Because, you know, as much as the reservations I have, when Barb came out and said what she said about him, I thought, what the fuck am I scared of? I mean, not that I was scared of him, but I think I just didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted to put it behind me and go on and move on. So I understand these people feel that way. I really do. But, you know, when she decided to go talk about the fucking picture and all this kind of stuff, like, enough for me. Enough is enough. We see you now. We see you. We see the real you, and everybody else is going to see it too eventually if they already haven't done it.
Yeah, and you are completely justified to say something like "fuck" anybody who, you know, comes against you and be like, "Oh, you want a Maryland channel? Oh, you shouldn't have done that." Like, really? What would you have done? You know, just it's not okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So Full of Hope says, "I sent 10K for teenage. What's the MAT?
Medically assisted treatment.
What's the M stand for?
Medically assisted treatment.
Treatment. $10,000 for teenage medically assisted treatment scheme. Asked for a receipt. Things got nasty."
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't produce one.
Yeah, because he wouldn't.
Because he couldn't.
And I believe once his grifting had to stop with her because she put a stop to it, then it started with me. And and that's why I don't think for the first period of time in the lifeboat that he didn't ask me for money. But when Full of Hope stopped giving him money, then he had to go to somebody else. It was me.
Does Lord?
Oh, but wait! You guys are the mean people. You suck. You're mean people. like, it's not mean to grift off people and lie to them and pretend that you're going to help, you know, people with $10,000. $10,000 is a huge amount of money. Huge.
Chris, hi.
Oh, did he make it in?
Okay. He can't comment, but
Lord Kiss Free.
Yeah, he's another.
I don't know, honey. It might have been because you didn't.
He's a nice guy too.
Yeah,
he's a really nice guy.
Absolutely.
And listen, all of the previous boat people are really nice people. And I've missed a lot. Like I see Ben in there as well. I thought he was still involved, and he's obviously not. You know, there's a lot. They're all good people.
But that's the thing. It's like
fraud. Yeah, it's fraud.
We didn't come out here to make all these people leave. They're leaving on their own before we even did this live. They're seeing it. You know, they're feeling it. They're understanding it. You know, nobody has to come. We wanted our side told because it kept getting, you know, and I get it. People get shit wrong. This person tells that person, whatever. So I get it. But this is it. Okay. If anybody wants the conversation, the only problem I have with sending anybody conversation in that chat group is because I'm going to respect the other people's privacy. But I have everything that I said that kicked all this bullshit off. And none of it was calling her names or making fun of her or none of it was that. None of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then she did what she did. Does that really warrant what I said? And again, not to reiterate, I know I've said it, but she told Alan, "Is this over, Alan?" Alan said yes, and it was over.
Yep.
And then the next day, that's how she operates. She has zero respect for anybody. Yeah. So why should I have any respect?
Yeah, and it's kind of dismissive thing. She was just like, "Oh, Marilyn, she's trying to be relevant. Oh, she doesn't even have any real content. Like, she doesn't know because she doesn't watch my channel. She doesn't see that I spend hours researching cults and doing like slideshows and stuff like that. No, she doesn't care. She just wants to dismiss me and everybody else and just say that, oh yeah, she's jealous or whatever, and just make me feel stupid. And like, she never knew me. Like, oh, I might have streamed with her twice. She streamed with me 5 times. I had many conversations with her, you know, but then all of a sudden, like, I don't know her. It's just crazy. And you saw that email I got, the really long email that I got last night from one of her supporters. And it was like trying to shame me and guilt me. And it seemed nice because it was like appealing, because I am an empath. Like, I really liked Reese and I really felt bad for her, but now I feel bad for her victims too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Is I was feeling the exact same way. I felt sorry for her for what she went through. I appreciated her candidness. She was fucking funny in the beginning, and then it just got so fucking gross, man. And I started pulling away. I'd say hi at the beginning of the chat, and then I'd jet. I was so afraid of breaking up your relationship with Tommy that I held back because I know how much Tommy loved, or how much Alan loved Tommy as a friend. Okay, but obviously he can say I love you all you want to Alan, but that's not what loving friends do. That's not what, you know what I mean, best friends do. Period.
That's absolutely true. Lathonda, I love her. Speaking of, this is not drama. It's telling the truth to prevent others to fall into the trap, being the victim of abuse and finding the courage to speak up.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Mic drop, all the things. Yeah. 100%.
People
Oh,
knew
one
that.
True Morb says, half if I'm in any of those screenshots. I don't care if you send them. I don't know who that is, but you must
Okay.
know.
All right.
Okay.
Figured
Oh,
out. Tomorrow we're doing a kind of a recap on Susie's show because we know there's going to be a lot more questions and a lot more things after this is over that we'll be willing to answer, or people just want to tell their story. I know I said it before. I think on the last slide you did. You can email me. No, I'm not trying to get dirt on you. I'm trying to give you a voice. Everybody was so, and I agree, because I was the same way. So scared to say anything to her and about her because they knew that their ass was going to get dragged the next day. Yeah. And that is detrimental to some of these people. A lot of these elderly women or stay-at-home moms or people that are just going through some shit, they freaking, that's their lifeline. You know what I mean?
Misha.
Hey, Misha. That's their lifeline. That's who they trust. That means so much to them to have that interaction with her. But then the minute that they have any kind of questions, they get treated like shit. How the fuck is that supposed to make somebody feel? But you can't even ask a question.
Yep.
And then it's gone for them. That security support and what they feel like was a friend is gone from them just because they simply asked a question.
Yeah. And if I could give any advice and take my own here is I think it's healthy. It's funny. I was thinking about this, this woman that she's a linguist. I forgot her name. Amanda something. She wrote a book and she basically talks about like cults. And she said, if you're going to be in a cult, be in a bunch of them, like all these different groups, right? That way you don't have all your eggs in one basket. So I realized like if I'm spending too much time online and I'm not seeing, my family and my in-person, in real life friends enough, that's a red flag. It's a red flag because you put all your eggs in one basket and people disappoint you and things go awry and you don't diversify your life and you're so invested. I think that's why a lot of people have peeled off of SPTV, and even me, I backed off a lot. Even though I still have a lot of friends, I'm not super involved anymore like I was, and I really pick and choose, and I have my friends like you guys are my in real life friends now. So. I love that.
And I truly believe you can have friendships online too. But it's
totally, yeah.
I mean, but you can't take as much. You can't give as. Wait a minute. What am I trying to say?
And only that. Like if you're only watching the Lifeboat or only watching Reese, and you're only invested in that.
It should be an equal. It should be on an equal keel too. You know what I mean? Not someone that they know if they piss them off or hurt their feelings, they're going to be trashed while saying that they don't trash people. I mean, that killed a lot of people. That really freaking messed a lot of people up. Okay, and that are still scared to come out and say something. And I mean, can you imagine somebody, especially, with freaking Brett Miller up there proclaiming to be whatever the hell he is, and then realizing he was nothing but a fucking fraud and a con man, and that he didn't use any of this money to go to these treatments, that he's pocketed them, that he's ripping people off.
That's what somebody said in the chat. That is fraud. That's criminal.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
David, plenty of scared. There's no need to be scared. He can't hurt you.
So what's he gonna go? Does he do what he's doing now? Oh, they're mean people. They're mean to me. I mean, that's about all he can do. If you think about it, you know who your true friends are. And I have learned.
He's appealing to his face. He's like, you guys, if you really love me, I love you. And then Reese does the same thing. I love you guys. Oh, I'm never going to leave you. Here's $200 and all this. And it's like she gives them. I mean, hey, Both of them, they're very, very smart. They're very charismatic. They're smart. They're fast talkers.
Yeah,
I'm
and
kind
so
of surprised together because they're both so alike, and I don't know how they can share the limelight because they both seem to really like the limelight. But yeah, it's odd. It's like, just having, oh, it's us against the world. Oh, I have you. Don't ever leave me. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm gonna lose my channel. Like, you have 20,000 subs. You're not gonna lose your channel overnight.
you're, like I said, you're gonna have new people coming in that don't know the history and whatever. But guess what, Reese? Shut the fuck up about me, and I'll shut the fuck up about you.
Yeah.
Because you don't mean shit to me. Okay? That's all you had to do. And that's all you have to do. Don't allude to me. Don't fucking whine. Stop. Stop. Because things are in progress that you're not going to like. Okay? And that's not a physical threat. You guys all know this. But I'm not going to sit here and take your bullshit anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see if I could, sorry, guys. I just want to see if I can change, because there's people that said they're sending super chats because they want to be able to talk. So I'm going to try to change it. I'm not sure how to do it. I think I can in the channel about the subscribers. See if I can do it. Community moderation. Is that how it goes? Sorry, one sec. Yeah, it's not working. Darn it. I just want to see. I wanted to see if I could change. Let's see, analytics, maybe. I guess maybe I can't do it midstream. I'll have to remember that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that, Jimena. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Was not sub, so can't comment on the chat. I hope that every person who is wrong is able to heal now. There are many of us who were wrong. Thank you for sharing your story. This was brave. Yeah. And I remember seeing you did a post somewhere, and I respect that too. I'm really, really sorry for what happened to you. And yeah, I apologize because I was trying to maybe, like, behind the scenes, like, trying to make things better, but it was just it really had a lot to do with the charity. It was like, all these, like, kind of moving pieces and parts, and, like, I didn't know a lot of the people that were involved. I did know Killa, and I apologize to her. I hope she forgives me. I haven't been able to talk to her yet, but yeah, I felt put in the middle, and to do it all over, I would have pushed harder. I definitely would have pushed harder. And Alan, I totally understand how you get used, and have to, like, you get used because you think you're doing the right thing. You think you're protecting your friend, and then you realize that you're selling out. And I didn't want to do that. So again, I'm sorry to anybody I hurt because I was enabling Reese and all that. Yeah. Or just afraid, to put myself out there that my friends would be mad. That fuck it now. Yep. Well,
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'll
ahead.
go through more. I'm trying to get through all the as many as I can. I've unstarted a bunch of stuff. Oh, thank you so much. I'll spare you the singing. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, 10 new cubs. Awesome.
Thank you.
Unless you want to sing.
No, I think they had enough of that.
Oh, come on. I didn't have enough. Jenny's here. I love Jenny's here. Alan and Heif are awesome for coming forward with their story. Thank you. I hope this opens the floodgates. Yeah.
That's the thing. Nothing's ever going to be resolved. They're never going to change their ways. They're never going to, fully admit to their part and what they did and what they've done to people until people start speaking out. And then there's one common denominator. Well, I guess two in their case, because it's her and him. Not all these people can just be the worst hating people in the world when they were absolutely so supportive of you guys. It doesn't. It's them. It's not us. It's them.
Yeah, and you're welcome. I mean, I would even be willing to do a Sean Atwood thing. Like, you guys can use my channel if you want to, to have a platform to talk to people about their stories.
I I mean,
I can be in the back.
I don't know. I mean, I've got enough subscribers to go live. I don't do
There you
anything,
go.
on you guys. I don't do anything
Oh, we
on
should
them.
have done that. We should have
But
tried to do. Oh, I forgot. I totally
all right, I don't know how to do any of that. But
I can.
I might learn one day. But if there's anything, I can read out statements. I can read out statements and like a pre-recorded video or something like that.
Yeah.
If people want a voice, and I know how word of mouth spreads, people will see it. You know what I mean? And if you want a voice, and if you want to, write out a statement, or if you want to come on, I'm not the host kind of person, but I will do it for you guys. I will do it because I mean, everybody needs to be heard and not just brushed away as they're just a crazy, mean person. No.
Yeah. Jenny says, Brett is backtracking, claiming his channel is about connection. Okay.
Oh,
no, it's not, Brett. It's about Brett swindling viewers, cash, money, and never paying them back. And I think that's what Recess too is. Her thing's about connection, which, hey, it's fine. It's fine. But if you're mistreating people, lying to them, gaslighting them, then that's not okay. That's not okay. So whatever,
Yeah.
connect away, but
Trying to get,
don't lie and fraud people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Laurie Washburn, that means Reese saying that Aaron cheating was a trigger for her was a complete lie if she was cheating with Tommy. Oh, yeah. I mean, we've established that 100%.
While sleeping in bed with Jeff while Tommy was in the basement. It wasn't until like the last couple of days.
They went to the theater together or something like that.
Oh yeah, there was a big fight. People knew that they had a bit of a fight or whatever. And it's because, and this was after the divorce was signed and granted, she still dressed up and went to the theater with Jeff, her big bad abuser, and the attack dog stayed down in the basement. Okay, that was what that fight was over. Yeah, like a good little puppy should. Yeah. And he sat in the back seat of the car while Jeff drove him around. Now, who's emasculating who right there? Right? His girlfriend sitting in the front seat with her husband and soon to be ex, and he's sitting in the back seat like a little boy. Oh, yeah. She takes off and runs around with Jeff, and he packed up her house. Who's the cup now, motherfucker?
So,
yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, I went off too a bunch of times. I love this game.
No,
Lord,
I did want to.
I don't want to be name calling, and it's not about that. It never has been about it. Am I angry with him? Yeah. Am I upset with him?
I'm fed up. I'm fed up.
But
no.
You got no idea. You are being conned. You are absolutely being conned.
By both of them.
Yeah. Lord Chris Freak is going to pop some popcorn, catch the replay. But from what I hear, shit will hit the fan. Yeah, it kind of does. We got what? Almost 3 hours of popcorn eating entertainment. Some of it you might get a little bit sick because there's some bad parts. But I'll be watching with a huge bucket of popcorn. A bucket. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the super chat, Lord Freak. I'm sorry for anybody that can't put in the right in the chat. Next time I'll think about that. I'll try to. It's just I just didn't want like it inundated. We've seen some chats lately that have been inundated with trolls. That's why I did the subscriber thing. So Lord Kiss Freak again. I can type in chat. Oh yeah, I'm not haven't been in a long time. Okay. I think maybe they mean I'm not and haven't been in a long time. I'm not sure if that means a lifeboat or not.
Yeah, Chris is not in the lifeboat anymore. No, he hasn't been for a while.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Tammy, for the super sticker. It's a sticker.
I don't know.
God. Well, that is like such a long time. Like she's been around since the very beginning. Remember? Thank you for the super chat. We love the seal clapping. Marilyn never apologizes for those little things. Love the three of you together. I know. I love to be with you guys. I wish I was still there. You're truth tellers. Yeah. Truth tellers and sometimes scapegoats, right?
Yeah, we have every right to be angry. Absolutely every right.
Yep. Joel McCoy, thank you, my friend. He's been such a good friend to me. Matt, he calls me Maz. like Cricket started that, I think. Maz, Alan, and Heif, you are genuine, and they are not. I take genuine. Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
And Joel is a great friend and good friend to Susie as well. It's awesome. Oh, do you want to get into this? Oh my goodness. Paris Cash. What happened with the cruise?
Well, we
fucking canceled it after that bullshit that he pulled, threatening Alan that if he was in the same room, he was going to smack him.
Then I said,
bird dogging me out.
I said, I think the way it is, we got to cancel the cruise. He said, why? Because you're on the same boat? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and we were supposedly supposed to spend a couple days before the cruise, a couple days after the cruise in Miami. Who the fuck would want to deal with that? Why would I want to go and risk them ruining a vacation? You know what I mean?
It was like, oh, we're the only 2 creators going, so we've got to go. Well,
and then made up a thing about, oh, just cruise line. No. What it is that cruise line has a policy that at any time they can reject you coming onto that boat if you have a criminal history, and the crimes that he committed are listed in that policy online. So he could have walked right up to the gate with his bags and they would have said, the fuck you are, and booted him. And I guarantee you that's why they didn't go. Either they already rejected him or he knew there was a possibility of it.
Yeah.
Or they just didn't really want to go in the first place. And they were just trying to, I was supposed to be her bodyguard, right? I was even going to go that far. She was so fucking worried about people inundating her and just bugging her. All the other people that came on the cruise to see her, she was so worried about people annoying her. And I said, I'll take the fall for it. You know what I mean? I'll be bitchy if I have to be to give you your time. You know what I mean? So, and we all know she didn't want to go on that cruise anyway because she didn't like cruises, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Can I vent for a second about that? Because in the beginning, Cricket, she had approached like the Blown for Good people and the Aftermath people, and they kind of blew her off. So Cricket organized it herself, and then she asked Reese, and Reese was poo-pooing it for the longest time. Duncan and I I think we were the second people that booked, and we were really excited about it. And we ended up having to cancel for 2 reasons. Now, one reason we kind of was legitimate as far as like medical reasons. Duncan had to have surgery and he wasn't sure if he'd even be able to sit down. It was that kind of surgery. He turned out to be fine. You know how he's building a house and all that now, but we didn't know. And it was, I think the little push that we got was because there was so much drama starting to whir around this whole thing with Reese. And then all of a sudden, her mods, everybody, became about the Reese cruise. And it pissed me off because my friend Doug had passed away, and Cricket and I kind of bonded over that. That's how we got to know each other. She insisted on naming it the Xenu Marlene cruise, which Marlene was my cult leader, and Xenu is Xenu from Scientology. And we used to have this little, kind of funny. Well, it's not really a drinking game. It's more like anything. Like you could just, take a sip of water or, Tic Tac or whatever. But I'll just show it for the people that haven't seen it. This was what the cruise was supposed to be like. Revolved around was honoring Doug, and that went to the wayside. And all of a sudden it was like, I don't know if you guys saw those mock-ups. I'm sure people bought them, but those shirts was like the relatable Reese cruise. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, number one, I'm sorry, but that shirt was hideous. But I was like, I'm not wearing that thing. I'm not buying it. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not doing this.
It was for Doug. That was for Doug, and she still had to have that for herself. It was just like, I didn't ask anybody to do that. It just happened. Come on. So yeah, you know what? If Cricket has another one this year or something, as long as those 2 people are are staying away, then fuck yeah, I want to go. I was looking forward to meeting all those people.
Yeah, they had fun in spite of it all. Yeah,
because they didn't want to have anything to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Cricket freaking worked her ass off, and I felt like shit for canceling. But better I feel like shit than something happened on the boat. And Cricket get a bad name because she organized it. I wasn't going to do that to her.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know. Should I put this up? So if this was like 2020 or like a new show or some kind of like cult show, this would be acceptable to ask. Allegedly, if you know, have you ever heard of this? From Beaver Cleaver. I don't know if there's any truth to this. What is the story or rumor of Tommy getting women to watch him jerk off for therapy?
Some women have told us that absolutely that's true.
I've heard that.
We cannot
Allegedly, or put it out there.
Allegedly. Let me say allegedly.
So that's not unheard of, because you think of it, cult leaders do it. I mean, they say you're going to get closer to God if you have sex with me.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Even Jim Jones did it.
Again,
Not all of them, like so many of them. That was a way to get enlightened. Like, was it Budafield, that guy with the Speedo? You know, it was, a lot of cults become sex.
Well, and in that way, that's going to open up them getting pictures of the women so that he can hold them for blackmail, just like Reese recorded every conversation, kept up.
Yeah. And that really does go along with the pictures. Is one of the main things.
Get in Jeff's computer and save all that stuff, record all these messages and do all this bullshit, but she wants to play dumb like she don't know what she's doing. Well, come on.
So I didn't know this, Ben Bacon Bits. I'm so sorry about this. It fucking sucks. So it's a foregone conclusion that all the super chats I gave didn't go to help anyone find treatment.
I mean, we can't prove it, but from what we've heard from other people and from his experience of when they were in LA or on that trip, and
I was in Tucson for the whole
time, when he would get money or the super chats just came in, that he would use that money on himself, on whatever his probably
people
pay for more roofies up in the prison locker. So I mean, who knows? I don't know. So allegedly, because we don't have written proof of that. We have conversations, or well, I guess we do have written proof that, but we're not allowed. We're not going to be able to show because of those women don't want to.
Yeah.
They're too afraid. So our hands were tied with that a lot, and
So, question: What did you think about Reese fat shaming and sex shaming Jeff?
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought it was fucking hilarious in the beginning until I sat back and really looked at it and like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I can't say it was like I was completely comfortable with it, but everybody knows, obviously, my name is the inappropriate heifer. I'm fat. I know I'm fat. Come on. It's a fact. It's not a put down. I'm not putting myself down. That's what it is. Okay? So, I like to poke fun and make fun of things like that. But, when you sit back and you look at the bigger picture and you're like, what the hell? Then no. Again, the hindsight's 2020. I was an idiot.
And I think it was like to vilify. Well, it was like justified because he was vilified because he was in a sex cult and he was a cheater. And she wasn't a cheater. She was. So and it was weird because like when I first started watching her, she would be like, "Oh, Pound Town, and I love Jeff, and blah blah blah, everything's great." And then she'd be like, she'd come out and just trash him for a whole stream, and then the next day she'd be like, why are you always mad at him? So, stop it. No, he's great. And she did the same with Tommy when they broke up. And she was acting like she was scared and everything. And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And then the next night she came out and gaslit everybody. Like, what's your problem? It was fine. I was never in danger. I was never scared. I'm like, really? I don't know. Very, very weird.
That is their absolute game because she knows what brings in the views and the revenue and everything like that. And fucking God bless anybody that makes money on YouTube. I fucking love it. It's awesome. But not by lying constantly to people.
Yeah.
Don't fuck. And then trying to say, Scientologists don't lie. Really? Because every other Scientologist that's ever been in this community says the complete opposite. That's the main thing they do is lie.
Generally, I don't know about Cindy. No, I don't know anything about that. I know she passed. I don't remember her. That was the first one we had die on the lifeboat. Sorry to give anyone. And she apparently died virtually of an overdose because he was drinking or something. For I remember. And he wore his suit, but I don't know anything more about any of his relationship with her and everything. So I don't know. But sorry,
it just breaks my heart because so many people, like if he's saying, oh, this isn't about recovery, it's about connection or whatever, and let's talk about Diddy and all that. It's like, what about all the people that really depended on him and that community and each other? And there's so many vulnerable people. It just breaks my fucking heart. It really does. And like there's so many people telling their story, like Angie Wilson ignored me and all my emails and made comments to his chat, setting them against me.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
That's how they both do.
Mm-hmm. Mara said, Tommy skimmed off the cream of the crop when he blocks all of us old boaters. We see you, Tommy.
Yeah. David, yeah, I did. I know. We still talk to Fiona a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The one true more differently normal. Oh, well, I need to make you the artist formerly known as Inappropriate Have shirts. We do have a mug in the store. I never took it out.
Well, yeah, by the way, this has nothing to do with Fiona. Nothing said was anything, it's nothing to do with Fiona at all. She's a good person, a really nice person. And she's quite
devastated too.
Yeah, she's nothing to do with this at all.
Yeah.
Nothing that I've got, obviously it comes from me, what you've seen, or Heif, and nothing what I've got is from Fiona. And, Fiona's a really good person. And, I love Fiona. She's really nice.
Yeah, you've never said anything negative about her that I've ever heard. So, yeah, definitely. Jenny's here. Brett's going to attempt to do damage control this evening. He's so manipulative. The problem is that no one is allowed to voice the truth. Tommy won't allow it, nor his cult followers. I don't think I've heard, like, I didn't answer either of his emails. I just put him on blast immediately. I haven't heard from him since then. Hopefully he knows better because, yeah, I don't play. He doesn't really have anything on me, and I have no reason to drink his Kool-Aid. So fuck him, and I'm not afraid. He's a fellow. He's a born and bred Vermonter, by a native Vermonter. He knows how it is here, and like, yeah, he wouldn't dare come here. I'm sure.
Yeah,
it's crazy. You know how it is here. It's like there's militia everywhere. It's insane. But all right, we're getting down there.
I'm not the person but I understand why you didn't trust me when I was with him. But
absolutely,
there's no reason why you can't trust me now. I'm not. I don't think I'm an untrustworthy person or whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely not. You're definitely.
No, you've proven that you're trustworthy and you care, and I know people know that, and that's why they're here. That's why there's there was like 600 people here all night. I like the noise opera. It's cool. Tommy woke me up to a bunch of messages late last night. Me too. Out of nowhere, he was tripping balls. He didn't ask me how I feel. I think you read this earlier, but I wanted to pop it up. He didn't ask me how I feel or anything. He just went straight to assumptions and telling me off.
Yep.
He's fucking abusive.
Yep.
That's the real Brett fucking Miller.
David, no, I'm answering your questions as well as I can. So.
Anna from Canada, I regret every single super chat that I sent to the lifeboat. How foolish I was. It's okay, honey. We've all done it.
I did.
I was broke as fuck back then, and
yeah.
I otherwise I probably listen. I got a settlement just recently, and hold on, I got a settlement just recently. And I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. And I was planning on throwing a huge chunk of money to Tommy because I believed in that cause so much, And thank God did not get that settlement until after all that went down. Otherwise, I would have done it. I would have done it too.
Oh yeah, I know you would have.
And that shows what good people you guys are. That you believed in a cause and that you did all that. That is nothing. Nothing to be sorry
about. Doesn't reflect on you, Anna, at all. That's right. Absolutely. Yep.
For me too. But yeah, you're right. Definitely right. You agree. Women, especially, and women with money usually, but not always.
He has told us all what a good con man he is.
Yeah.
Listen to him when he says that.
I've heard him. Like, I haven't listened to hours and hours of him, but I've popped in here and there, listened, and yeah, it's like they don't call people like con man's comes from confidence man. I always thought it was convict. It was actually confidence man. They can sell you anything, you know,
Absolutely.
lots of confidence, and they can con you. Yeah. Lori Sue Cragen Clammett is not just Tommy whose lies and grunts are being exposed. It's the other equally reprehensible individuals that support and enable him with their own disgusting, vile actions and behaviors. I can't argue with that. I know that there's always, there's bystanders, there's people that do the dirty work. Yeah, I mean, I know in my cult, I broke out of it, but I had to apologize, just like, you know, we have tonight, to people for being bystander or even for carrying out things that now we regret and we don't want to hurt anybody and, you know, want to just take accountability. Yeah. He said, well, shit the bed. Every time Knife Hoarder explains things, I think, damn, how can I see it? Yeah.
Me too. I felt the same way when I was first coming out of that. I was like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, I got street smarts. I didn't, you know what I mean? I've got fucking history. I should have known better. I should have known better. But I mean, I know I was in a place, not a good place in my life when I came into this community. And,
well, shit, I bet he's back.
but,
He's
I
back.
see everybody smiling. Like, I'm in the start.
Every time I see his name, it's your shit the bed.
right.
Don't ever change that.
But
I love that. I know.
I understand.
My husband laughed. I have no idea what's happening, but he's just like, well, that guy's funny. Although he did listen to his whole video today because he was talking about, it's like, he's talking about your channel. Oh, I laughed.
Yeah.
Oh, is Hockey Town John here?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Hockey Town
Yes.
John.
He was definitely one man that got fucking run over the
Yeah, he
coals
did.
by those.
Yeah.
If I'm right, he got
I
And then threatened by Tommy, from what I understand, and
Yeah.
all of that mess. So,
I thought that was so wrong. I never had a problem with him. I thought he was very cool. I watched some of his, it was on Mental Health Matters. I thought his interviews were awesome. Jenny's here. What Marisa pulled on, Hockey Town John was deplorable. He was such a great friend to her, and she turned her back on him, made him out to be the bad guy. Unreal, these two scammers, Brett and Marisa. Yeah. Well, he was the scapegoat, you know, and Brett he gets, you know, I don't know. He's very abusive and he'll just turn on people. It's gross.
because people are disposable to them because they know there's always going to be new people coming on. There's still going to be that revenue coming in, and they don't care. They do not care about connection. Connection, my fat fucking crack.
I've got I think it's 4 parts. I'm going to read them all because they're really good. There's somebody sharing their heart from former Little Lifeboat subscriber. I wasn't going to comment, but of the over 700 people that were in the live chat today, I wonder how many women there were that Tommy/Brett tried to have video sex with.
Right?
a few.
He's been doing this ever since he started the Lifeboat channel, before, during, and after Reese.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the grooming, after women have poured out their hearts to him and trusted him, he sends X-rated pictures and video of himself and then gets the woman to do the same. All right.
I've heard that from several people.
No.
Oh, I mean, that happened to me when I was a kid. And I remember how scared I felt. And it's like, I wouldn't want that to happen now. Even I think that would fuck me up. Still, I mean, just thinking about it, look how, like, I'm a mess. It's just so scary and horrible.
I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah, it was
I'm giving everybody trigger warnings. And it's just like, it just hit me. To think about showing pictures and then desensitizing and then being like, you trust the person and you're just like, what the fuck? That's why so many women are afraid to come forward and the vicious threats through voice clips for it. Yeah, he's vicious. He's fucking mean. And, you know, people in this community and other, you know, outreaches of this whole space are saying, oh, why aren't you warning people? Why didn't you know? Why didn't you? like, I didn't know about Louis Repetto until it came out. I did what I felt like could to help. I don't know what the fuck this troll woman in the UK is talking about, but I really did try to help because it has happened to me. It happened to me when I was a kid. But like this kind of thing, why is everybody so up in arms about Louis Repetto when they're not saying why aren't people being warned about Tommy, the bank robber, Scoville, whatever, Brett Miller? Why are they so sweethearts of this whole space? Why are they untouchable? Look at the hundreds and hundreds of people in here telling their story. A lot of these people are not here for just thrill seeking. The chat has been pretty positive for the most part.
And I saw Morb's comment. Thank you, Morb.
Yeah,
I love you, babe. Like really, because she's actually my friend that I don't that I talk to. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. Alan, we know you're a good and trustworthy man because you show it through your actions. Thank you for being so good to her. Yes, I love that you guys found each other. That's one good thing that happened out of this. And the same with me, with my husband, with the cult. Would I go back and change it? Maybe I would have left 10 years earlier, but I'm glad I have him and my kids. I wouldn't change that about it. That's for sure.
Well, there's Survivors of the Lifeboat. Is there a Survivors of the Lifeboat Facebook page? Conversations with Christy? I didn't know that.
Oh. Hit the link again for the Survivors of the Lifeboat Facebook again. Yeah, I don't have. Does anybody have it? Yeah, we can find it. Maybe. Hey, Susie Q, how you doing? Oh, hey, Poet, you're in here. Some of my regulars are in here.
Sorry, guys. The chat's going by so quick. I try to catch what I can.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Absolutely appreciate all the support.
Vulnerable people who need help, perpetrators are good at what they do. Yeah,
and they're good people. Like they're all good people. It's just yeah. It's all right, David. I can understand that. I mean, I was with Tommy and I was his best friend, and obviously people might have thought that I was complicit. Is it? In what was happening, I wasn't. I mean, I didn't know it all. As I said, my first apology out of this was to Full of Hope. And it took a while because I understood, because she probably didn't want anything to do with me. And listen, I really appreciate that she did. And I was allowed to apologise to her. There's probably one or two more quiet girls, one of them I'd like to apologise to. But overall, I think, no, I wasn't. You saw it today if you've watched the whole lot that I didn't know. I was suckered in like everyone else. And I was taken advantage of. And that's,
Yeah, because you are a nice person.
Yeah, I've never bashed anyone. Never. And yeah, I've done what he said, and that was just me thinking that he was my best friend, and he wasn't. In some twisted way, he might have thought that, but not the way he treated me. Not
well, as long as he thought Alan would, keep his secrets and lies, or whatever, then he was useful to him and gave him money. And the minute he wasn't, then
that was it.
He was fuel. Yeah. Not that I'm calling anybody a narcissist. I try to shy away from that, but
you know what? I don't think there is a word to describe those two that would give it justice, honestly.
Ken Cole. Is this the Ken Cole from maybe a different one?
Oh, yeah.
From Reese's chat or no?
I don't know.
No. Ken Cole. Night Porter and Jenny is here. The dynamic duo. Yeah. They're funny. Jenny's here. There's never enough shit in the bed. My husband was laughing his ass off. Oh my god.
Well, because Aaron, I don't know. I really don't know. I've only heard snippets, and one was, I don't know, because Aaron thought he was big. He was trying to help Aaron with his channel, and Aaron wasn't. Obviously, Aaron's got at that stage 200,000, and why would Aaron want to take advice from someone who's got at the time probably 8,000? And I don't know any from that. I know that he didn't like Aaron, and he actually told me, because I asked him one day, what does Reese think of Aaron? And Tommy said to me that, can I say that? Oh, yeah, that Reese fucking hates Aaron. That's the words he used, not me. And so whether he was telling the truth or not, I don't know, but that's what he actually told me. But why Aaron and him, I don't know. I think Aaron saw
through his bullshit
through him
way before we
and
did.
just sort of distanced himself from him. But as far as exactly why, I don't know. So I'm not going to tell you something that I'm not sure of. That's what I've heard.
And that's fair, and that's very admirable, because you're not shooting from the hip and just saying whatever, you know.
Yeah. Wade as well. Mark, really nice guy. Why he left, I don't know. I know that Tommy was a bit upset sometimes because he cancelled the last minute, and I don't know whether he left or Tommy told him no more. But I know that Tommy used to be upset because Mark had a family and was trying to run his own channel, so he relied on Mark to do all his technical stuff because he couldn't do it. So when he didn't, he'd get all in a fluster and blame Mark. Well, Mark had a life too, and Mark's a really good guy. Mark Wages is a really good guy. And I don't know, I've never asked him that. I told him we had a falling out. Mark just said, "Oh, that's so good. I hope you can fix it." I said, "Yeah, there's no fixing this." So as far as Mark goes, I don't know. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, it sounds like there's so many, and people really wanted to help themselves, help each other, be sincere. Yeah, it's just too bad. And I think it's, it's very, again, I can't say it enough. I'm really proud of you both for coming out. And I know it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been fun. I'm seeing, things in the chat, like, why are you, something about exposing abusers if you can't focus. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what people are saying. I just feel like you need to do what you feel is right. And that's, it's not always popular.
Well, I mean, that's the truth is out. That's our side of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't shy away from questions, even ones that paint me in a shitty ass light, because I was a shitty ass person to a lot of people when I was devoted to her.
Yeah,
and I'm
we all
ashamed of it. It was fucked up. And I don't want anybody else to feel that way. I don't want anybody else to have to go through what I went through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's fair. It's just, it's funny because, like, there's times when I say to myself, like, I wish people told me when I was still in the cult. But then I think some people did try. But at the same time, like, I was able to kind of recall, like, sometimes you just have like this memory of like, oh, somebody really did care, even if you don't leave then, if someone cared enough to try to at least emulate or like model healthy behavior and get out themselves, and that's a good thing. Always a good thing.
Can we leave that plate?
I broke my rubber.
Out of a stream, please.
Don't break your rubber.
My rubber.
Thank you so much for joining.
Because I put it on my vape because I lose my vape so much. My rubber just broke. I'm so sad.
Your rubber broke.
My rubber broke. Okay. See, still appropriate.
Okay, let's wind down here. We got Stay Spirit. Thank you so much to all the mods. I love you. I know it hasn't been easy. Thank you so much. It's finally out in the open, which takes away any power they could have had. Yeah. I mean, they can argue with it, but they can't, you can't take away someone's experience and you can't argue with it because that's their reality, their truth. I'm glad you've come out and spoken.
Baby, I've been holding Alan's hand a lot, so I probably am pregnant.
Oh,
You'll get that joke. No, I have no baby parts left. But she said, "Did you get pregnant for breaking the rubber?"
Don't get pregnant.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
Recent here. Okay, I'm looking for, see if there's any more. Recent holder. All right, I'm not sure if those are okay. A few more. I am the noise opera. I like this guy. I just wanted to thank every single one of you.
Nick's a nice guy.
Thank you.
Nick's a nice guy.
Thank you guys for your support. Honestly, I feel like a Bartles and James commercial.
Yeah, thank you for your support. And Jimena, just really what she went through.
I feel like, again, I know I've said it before, but everybody deserves a voice, and they can say what they want to say about us. I don't care, guys. It's not like why. I don't care.
I'm not even gonna. I don't want to hear about his stream. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, Fee, we love you too. Fee, I'm gonna see you.
Hi, Fee. Hi, baby.
She's
Oh.
a good.
Yeah,
She's a good person.
she's a good person that's been through a lot, and
She has my respect.
absolutely.
Fiona Marilyn was Tommy's ex-fiance.
Oh, is she here?
Yeah, she's coming. She's a lovely, lovely.
Hi, nice to meet you. So glad you're here. Yeah, I've never met you before. Thank you for being here.
She's lovely.
Absolutely.
There's so many nice people that I met today. I'm really privileged. I love it. And Jenny's here. I love her. She said, if someone needs help, never rely on, that's a good point. Never rely on a YouTuber. Always go to a licensed professional. Yeah.
Yes, that is great advice. Absolutely great advice.
Yeah. And someone said, I don't know if I unstarted, but Knife Hoarder was right. Never send nudes. We know not to do that.
I know.
So, hey, you did well. You were really trying to help,
I mean, it's a fucking vagina. Every woman's got one. Okay. But when it comes to sharing the vagina with somebody else, when the vagina didn't give you permission, you don't do it. You
exactly.
don't.
Yeah.
You just don't. That's illegal. There's a statute against it. It's criminal. It's chargeable.
Is this Fiona? I just love you all. Not saying anything. I just love you all. That's wonderful.
Love you too. Love you too, baby.
That's saying a lot. That is saying a lot. Rosemary says, Rosemary says, I'm so glad y'all got the word out. Been saying this since a month after we started our channel. Hey,
so many people were smarter than me. I am not ashamed to admit that. You knew, you got it right away. You jetted, you did the right thing. And I appreciate you,
Yeah.
Yep, we're going to
just proud of you guys. Yeah. Revenge porn. Disgusting. Yeah. Yeah. Knife Hoarder. I can't wait to see your video tomorrow. Shut the bed.
I can't wait for his video. I really
You better do a double feature tomorrow, Knife Hoarder.
Yeah. I can't wait. It's going to be funny.
Yeah, a Rolling Stone. Thank you so much for joining the channel, Rolling Stone. And cool. I know something was wrong. Good people were leaving. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly it.
Oh, yeah. When you lose good people. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Okay, Allie, member for 9 months. This is very healing. I think so too. What do you think? I think this was healing. I don't think it was like a hate. This is a hate channel, and this is just a big, hate fest and mean people.
I haven't called it one nut, but other than that, I try not to bring that into it, and just the facts, which we backed up with the receipts that you have. Yes, I paid them into his PayPal account. That's the only way I could do it from Australia at the time. Well, it's the only way I know. So yeah,
but you could say that they were loans.
Yeah, he could say. I mean,
this he still had memberships. He still had all this that he actually donated to the lifeboat entity. But later to find out, it was never really, it went to him anyway, and he used it for his personal finances and whatever, and nothing to do with the boat. So I'm like, it's not like he's saying, Brett can't use the excuse, well, he donated that. No, he didn't.
No.
He didn't. You know what I mean? He donated enough without listing it of all those, amounts that we showed before.
I gifted a lot of memberships, and so did Brazzy Girl did, and a lot of that. I'm not going to name everyone because I'll miss somebody.
Yeah.
But she's one that came to mind. They gifted a lot of memberships. I gifted a lot of memberships, plus helped him financially, and it's not about the money. To me,
right.
To bring it to everyone's attention, it is, but it's not about the money. He could say tomorrow, "I'll give you $4,000." So what? What does it mean? Nothing, because he's never offered me a cent. That's what hurt the most. That's what I want to stop having other people. You won't get your money back. You don't give him money.
Yeah.
I mean, I have heard that he has paid somebody back, but I think that was under pressure. But me being in Australia, if I was here, it'd be a different thing. But I'm not. It's too hard. And you know what? As I said, it's not about the money. It's a lot of money, yeah. But I won't get it back because he just doesn't pay back.
Right.
And it was some bullshit excuse.
Well, he blocked me. How am I supposed to do that?
Well,
Man, they got both. They got our emails. You can pay. He's not blocked from PayPal. there's no excuse.
I haven't blocked his email. He's got my email, and he's never emailed me. So he's never once said, "I owe you the money. I'll give it back to you," or whatever. Which would be bullshit anyway, because he just doesn't pay back his debts.
Yeah. And that whole thing with the ring, that was just, oh my God.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And Bacon Bits, Marilyn, that was a good show. And it was so nice to connect with many of my old friends. I love that you all had a place to come and connect. You're welcome here anytime. And, I don't want to be accused of like being a whatever. I don't know what I was accused of. Like of the whole thing of like trying to get people's information or whatever. I'm an open book. I'm here. If anybody wants to tell their story or talk, I'm here. My chat's always really cool. Heif is one of my main mods. And I've got British people. I'm missing one British person, but hoping they'll come back because I need all the all the Stacys and all the British people I can get.
And again, remember, I will, if you feel like you are too leery about saying anything yourself, I can read whatever you need, because I'm sick of this shit. It's not a tattletale thing. It's not a hater thing.
You don't even have to use your YouTube name. You can just use an alias.
The only reason I mention that is because I know that Tommy and Reese will probably say, "Oh, they just made that up. That's Photoshop." No. But
yeah.
I can do that. I know there was
all the receipts today were authentic. We've got the originals. Yeah.
There's one other person that had messaged me on Reddit that said that I could use, but I can't even get back into there. So, because I was reported for having 2 accounts. So.
And I deleted it.
Whatever. Yeah, I deleted it. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
There's some well-meaning people in there. But then some of them just have a power trip, and it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point?
Yeah. Crazy.
You can't police everything just because you don't like who someone else is.
Yeah, it's not police. That's a little culty in itself. Rose Gold, thank you so much for being a member. Hit the like if anybody's so inclined, or the unlike, or whatever.
Charlie, I don't know what happened to Charlie Mullins. I don't know. Charlie's another really good guy. I just don't think he wants to get involved in the crap. And so he'll support him, I think. But I don't think he gets involved in it. And Charlie's another good guy. Whether he supports him or not doesn't take away from the fact that he's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure who Misha is. Sharing with Shannon has been in here for probably the whole time. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks so much. We are doing a debrief afterwards with Misha. You know what that means?
She does. Misha's she's had a tough life, and listen, you can go into her and you'll see what it's about, but she lost a daughter, I believe. I've spoken to Misha occasionally, and she's another lovely person.
Yeah.
And listen, everybody I've seen in the chat from that I can read with my eyes, from the life page, it brings a smile on my face, because I remember a lot of them and they were good people.
Yeah.
We have another survivor from our call, Heif. AB, Analytical Barney. I love AB. Adore all of you. Your voices are important. Thank you, honey. She's always very supportive. Good friend. Mara, thank you so much for the super sticker. Okay, I have 2 more that I was kind of saving just because I felt like they were good points that I wanted to. Gracie and Matilda's Jane channel. What was it? Can't stand Marisa because she doesn't confront. She uses others to attack and claims anonymity.
Absolutely. Good point.
Never apologizes and doubles down. Totally. That's like bingo.
I'm sorry, that's not me. And then in the very next breath, just do the same thing over again. Like, what? If that's not, but it is you.
Using people like, I don't know anything about it. Like, I didn't do it, just like what Tommy with having you, Alan, get people in and out of the group and all that. It's like, oh, I didn't do it, blame it on them. But it's like the buck's out, it's your channel or to your group, and with Reese, it's just always like this whole weird test of loyalty. And, what she did to Keela and all the mods that really, they didn't get paid. They did this for her out of the goodness of their heart. A lot of them paid her, gave her super chats constantly.
No, they were kissing her in her damn lies. And when they very politely and nicely confronted her about it, boom, they're trash all of a sudden.
Trash. Yep. Her favorite word, trash.
I'd like to think that I'd be like one of those really nicely scented trash bags, maybe. I don't know. I could put some stickers on it, decorate it a little bit.
Beaver Cleaver says, look up videos about dry bagging and sad fishing. I've never actually looked it up. I only know it from like a knife hoarder. That's pretty much it. To understand what Reese does, she takes advantage of vulnerable viewers, and that's why so many have an issue with her and Tommy. And that's fair. That sounds about right. Oh my God, we got through it. I'm so sorry if we missed any of your questions or comments. Absolutely put comments or questions. I talk to these two all the time, so I can say, hey, there's questions in the comments. So,
people
about.
And my email is theinappropriateheifer@gmail.com. So if anybody has anything to say or any questions, it'll be fine.
Abraham, he's got a comment for you. I love scented trash bags. I buy them all the time. Okay. He told me the other day that he likes trashy lawn gnomes. I was like, oh, I'm so glad, because that's what I am, according to Reese. Oh, thank you, Ann Hummingbird. Thank you for sharing this. Hopefully I can go back to the beginning. Yeah, feel free to do that. And thank you for the super chat. Now I can get you guys a wedding present. I can't wait.
We've got some things we've got to get in order, get settled here, and everything. And then, I kind of want to fly to Vegas and have Elvis marry me, but we could
just have a reception afterwards. We can have a party, right?
And afterwards, I think would be fun.
Yeah. We can have a party. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. One last comment. I love this. Oh wait, where is that? Hi Susie. Give her $80 in super chat. Oh, sorry about that, Susie. Yeah, I think a lot of us have. Mara says, Heif, you are a Febreze scented hefty cinch sack, and we love you. Febreze. I like Febreze.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I love it. Okay. Yes. Conversation with Chrissy. Everyone have an amazing night. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, this has been intense, but I hope that it's been healing for people. We're not trying to destroy anybody or trash anybody, but I'm glad your voices were heard. You had tons of support, and we just appreciate everyone's support here. And we're here. We're still here. My email is coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com and theinappropriateheifer@gmail.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to talk to any of us? And I'm going to play my outro with my boys. How's that?
Absolutely. I need a palette for you. Bye, guys. Everybody. Thank you.
Bye. Zenu, Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.